590-590, name and location. It's always open. See a text here from Giacomo in Windsor. Says, good evening, Jesse and Show. Nice to hear you guys. Nice to hear you as well, Giacomo. Everyone, you can text us, 590-590, name and location. Did you see this Hall & Oates thing before we get to Jay Con from NHL Network?
I actually did see it. So Daryl Hall is getting a restraining order against John Oates, and it's all
The season.
Halliburton finds Turner, who pounds it home. I like the action.
Pacer tickets starting at just $5.
Lob it up. Throw it down. Toppin. Give it to him.
Gold Friday presented by KeyBank is your chance to get tickets to some of the biggest games starting at just $5. These deals won't last long. Head to Pacers.com/Gold Friday. That's Pacers.com/Gold Friday to get yours.
The Indiana Pacers are proud to partner with Indiana Donor Network and Donate Life Indiana to remind fans that anyone can say yes to being an organ donor, whether you're a savvy veteran or an up-and-coming rookie. There are no restrictions based on age or health conditions.
Challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better.
Especially great to talk to Jesse as well.
This is amazing.
Certainly one of
.com/careers. That's Nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
that there is. So Jakester, really happy to be able to talk to you on the air tonight because you're the man.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, Jesse, and it goes both ways. I won't gush too much, but I could say the exact same thing about you. So hey, it's been a while. I've, like you, have been following your career and watching you on TV and doing your thing, and it's just been great. And an easy guy to root for, and happy to be hanging out with you and show tonight. Hopefully the first of many.
Well, see what I mean? See how nice he is?
Well, now that we've pumped everyone.
Or online at PacersTeamStore.com while supplies last. Tyrese Halliburton, Bruce Brown, Miles Turner, Obadiah Toppin Jr., and Shavano Buddy Hield are the starters. No Aaron Nesmith and no Andrew Nembhard. Those are believed to be short-term inconveniences. Those two might be back as soon as Friday. The Toronto Raptors go with Dennis Schroeder and Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, OG Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam. They have injuries too, more likely, or accurately, illnesses. The former Pacer Thaddeus Young and center Christian Koloko both battling illnesses. In addition, backup big man Precious Achua has a bad right knee. Rick Carlisle, the head coach of the Pacers, a win tonight would tie him with Frank Vogel at the top of the Pacers' all-time NBA win list. The head coach of the Raptors in his first season is Darko Rajakovic. Indiana number 1 in the NBA offensively, number 29 defensively, 12th overall. Toronto is 25th offensively, 12th defensively, and 21st overall. Tyrese Halliburton leads the league in assists. He leads the Pacers in scoring and assists. The leading rebounder, Miles Turner. Toronto led in scoring and rebounding by Scotty Barnes. Dennis Schroeder is the team assist leader. Tonight's officials: crew chief is in his 14th season. That's Nick Buchert. Andy Nagy works. He's in his 4th season, and Matt Myers is the 3rd official in his 6th season as an NBA official. The Pacers and Raptors for the first time this season. The Pacers swept, winning all 3 games last season. The Raptors prior to that had taken the season series from the Pacers 8 years in a row. Indiana will play in white tonight. Blue numerals, blue letters, blue and white trim. Toronto is in red with black and white numerals, letters, and trim. Pat Boylan is down today, 157 to 152, almost literally no defense played. Now tonight, I don't know that we expect the same kind of a game, if for no other reason, Eddie, than the Raptors are better than the Hawks were defensively, and they don't play at the same pace Atlanta and Indiana do. The Pacers were first in the league in pace going in. The Hawks were third. So a combination of factors there. What kind of a game do we expect tonight?
Yeah, you referenced the Raptors, a much more deliberate game. And two stats that I'll be really interested to see how the Pacers fare is their ability to keep the Raptors off the glass. So don't want to give up offensive rebounds. This team has a lot of length, a lot of athleticism with those forwards at forward and center positions, and then also turnovers. Thinking about Siakam, Anunoby, Barnes, these guys, long, athletic, they put you in a crowd and they turn you over. So two particular places where the Pacers really want to show some real focus and effort there.
Quite as adept at that as they have been in the past. They led the league last year, were second the year before that, first the year before that. Coming in tonight, they are 23rd, and they won't get a turnover on the first possession. As Turner posts up after the Pacers win the tip, misses left of the rim, and then Pirtle and Turner going after the rebound, tie one another up. There'll be a jump ball at the foul line in the Indiana forecourt. Jakob Pirtle listed at 7'1", Miles Turner at 6'11", and Toronto controls. They'll hurry, coming right to left across the timeline. Siakam at the top of the circle, lays it out to Barnes. Barnes sends it further up. Schroeder will go to work. Pitches it, perimeter right. Barnes back to the top, Pirtle against Turner. Shot clock at 10. Lob into the lane, caught underneath and laid in easily by Barnes. So they score on their first possession. This is Indiana's second look, left to right. Halliburton on top to the left edge. Hield will go back to the top. Halliburton off a Turner screen, right edge of the arc. Sticking with Anunoby. Now on the drive to the wing. He'll hook it back to the perimeter. Turner fakes the three. 6 seconds to shoot. Handoff to Hield. Pass to the far corner. 1 second to shoot. Top and get off and hit a three.
Oh, that's a big time shot. Great possession there for the Pacers, and Obi Toppin is able to bail them with a three-point shot.
9 of 35 on the year from out there before that. Hits his first one tonight. Pacers lead 3-2. It's still still 3-2. Is Schroeder with a two-hand slam.
Not much easier than a great attack of the basket, dunked by Turner.
5 to Rock 2. Barnes for the Raptors. Get to the foul line. Deals it down low. Pirtle too far underneath, and he fumbled it away, losing it out of bounds. Pacers with the early jump, 5-2. Indiana at 8-5 on the year. Toronto 6-8. Hield is in the lane, drifting to his left. He hits from the dotted half circle. He had his best scoring game of the season last night. 24. Shot it brilliantly. 9 of 11 from the floor, including 6 of 6 from three-point range. Pirtle shot inside for the rim, blocked by Turner. He had 4 block shots in last night's game, a season high, as the Pacers won in Atlanta. And now Halliburton moving to his left, stroke three. Toronto will take the first time out of the night. The Pacers with a 10-2 jump. Barely 2 minutes gone. This time out. Brought to you by Cambridge, the official annuity partner of the Indiana Pacers. See how to grow your savings smartly over time at Cambridge.io. Indiana jumps out 10-2. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings with rebates. Bell Tires Black Friday sale with extended hours Friday, Saturday, and Monday only. Plus, get up to $854 in free lifetime tire maintenance, so you won't need new tires 1 mile too soon. All tires, all brands, and budget. Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings. Shop online and you'll save time. Sale ends Monday, so get up to $260 in savings and get a low tire price period at Bell Tire. See store or belltire.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Busted. Papa John's and Shaq are at it again with the Shaq-a-roni.
It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger.
Just look at those huge foldable Shaq-sized slices loaded with extra cheese.
Topped with extra pepperoni.
Okay. It's a big pizza with a big impact because Papa John's donates $1 from every shakaroni sold to the Papa John's Foundation.
Pizza gets bigger when you shakaroni.
Only at Papa John's.
Introducing Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery with in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, now available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite. Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
9:51 left first quarter. The Pacers, the top offensive team in the NBA, and over the last 7 games, the numbers are preposterous. 52% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, and they start off effectively tonight. They hit their first 2 threes. 4 of 5 overall, and they're up 10-2. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle, high above courtside here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis. Let's go downstairs between the two teams' benches. That's where we find Pat Boylan every night the Pacers play at home. Good day, sir.
Marchetti, hello. Not often we start by looking back, but we will tonight because the Pacers are trying to follow up a franchise record 157 in a game where Tyrese Halliburton had the highest scoring quarter in franchise history. The Pacers also clinched their in-season tournament on hold tonight, but the Pacers off to another terrific start offensively.
Breaking in from the right wing out of the timeout, OG Anunoby takes a pass off the high post from Jakob Poeltl and dunks. And then at the other end, out at the edge of the arc, the three-point shot of Halliburton is blocked. The Raptors come back. The man that blocked the shot, posting on the left block, sends it out to Schroeder. That was Anunoby, and then Schroeder drives to the goal. 2 quick baskets out of the timeout. The Pacer lead is down to 10-6. 9:16 left in the first quarter. Halliburton on the move in the lane. Turner right to the goal with another dunk.
Yeah, this is where they're going to have their advantage. Jakob Poeltl is not great. Actually, he's very poor in the pick and roll situation. Want to put him in that.
12-6 Indiana. Siakam handles on top. Poeltl screen. Siakam outside the arc. Driving it on Turner. Steps back on the foul line and connects. Pascal Siakam with his first field goal. He averages 19 points. Game, it's 12-8.
Hanging out around the free throw line. Brown's able to get a free look at a three.
He had an icy patch lately from out there. 7 for his last 25 before hitting that one. And now he steals the ball, races in on the right side and lays it in. Brown, 5 quick points. Indiana leads by 9. Siakam misses a left hand, left side. Rebound off the glass in Toronto. A very good offensive rebounding team. And Siakam puts one in off of the glass. Pacers come the other way, turn it over. Cross-court pass winds up going out of bounds. The Raptors were 3rd in the league in offensive rebounding last season. They're not as good this year, 11th, but they still are effective as they showed on that previous possession. 17-10, Indiana with the lead. Toronto has the ball. And Schroeder is with it up top against Heat. Drives to his right, now with the left hand, gets into the lane. Gives it up left side of the lane to Poeltl. Back to Schroeder, driving, bouncing high post, and Poeltl can't handle it, losing it out of bounds. Tried to scoop it up, and it went off of his hands, rolled to the baseline and out of bounds. Indiana by 7. Halliburton on the sideline from there. Toppin puts it on the floor. Back to Halliburton. Working into the arc, has his dribble if he wants to use it. He does. He blows by Siakam. Sets up Hield on top for a dead-on 3.
That's a beautiful play by Halliburton. Ejects the screen and roll, gets to the teeth of the defense, finds Buddy Hield for the 3.
6 of 6 out there last night. He hits his first one tonight. The Pacers are 8-10 from the floor. 4 of 5 from three-point range. They've scored 20 points in the first 4.5 minutes, and they lead by 10. Schroeder lobs it down toward the corner. It's over the head of Barnes, who was coming up to get it. And it's a Toronto turnover. The Pacers will hustle to the other end. Here comes Halliburton. Right edge of the arc, crosses over, steps back, couldn't get the shot away. into the corner. It's top. Now Turner on top. He wants to dunk it again. This time he couldn't. He had to put it up. He missed it. The rebound is his, and he lays it in.
Turner's playing with a great aggression here right now, attacking Pirtle. He's the weak defensively.
22-10. Indiana with an early 12-point lead. Siakam to the goal. Left hand too hard. Rebound healed. Pacers out running again. Healed to the forecourt to the top of the circle. Hands to Brown. Brown works it right side. Now Turner blocks it. Three, put it on the shot, but he was fouled. Miles Turner will go to the line twice. You referenced it as Siakam picks up the foul. He is unusually aggressive, and by that I don't mean that he's normally passive, but it's as though he recognizes, I'm sure he does, there are extensive scouting reports, but this guy's been in the league. He recognizes that he can go right at Pirtle.
Yeah, absolutely. With the exception of the last play where he caught Siakam in a mismatch, he just bigger and stronger. He was able to take advantage of his side, but Pirtle just too slow, lack of mobility, and he's caught in no man's land oftentimes in the paint. So the Pacers are having their way in that pick-and-roll situation as Miles Turner missed that first free throw.
The Pacers plus plan includes 5 in-demand games plus a bonus 6th game featuring a post-game player experience, a limited edition Pacers gift, a 6-month subscription to Bally Sports Plus. Find out more at pacers.com/plus. First substitutions of the night: Benedict Mathurin, Timothy John McConnell Jr., and Jordan Ward check in. Halliburton, Toppin, and Hield are out. So T.J. McConnell will run the offense. Toronto has inserted Gary Trent Jr. in one of the guard positions. Barnes to the side. 23-10 as Turner hits one of two. And now at the other, Ward trying to keep Siakam from getting to the goal left side. Picks up his first foul. Interesting the way Rick Carlisle has used rotations. Last night he put Ben Shepherd in the game in the first half early. Tonight he's going to Jordan Wara early. Wara didn't play last night. Part of that's personnel related in that Neesmith and Nembhard are not available, but he has shown a willingness to give guys opportunities that sometimes don't play as recently even as the game before.
Yeah, and I think you referenced it tonight, maybe personnel issues and you're down in terms of your manpower, but he definitely shows zero hesitation if he wants to mix it up a little bit or is not getting what he wants out of the lineup that's out there on the floor.
Otto Porter Jr. is in, and he will replace Anunoby in one of the forward positions. Siakam missed the first foul shot and delivered on the second. He's got 5 points. The Pacers have led by as many as 13. They're in front by a dozen halfway through the first quarter. McConnell moves it ahead. Right hand against Schroeder, directly on top. Several strides outside the arc. Left side high, Brown. Turner screens. Brown moves center of the floor. Nearly lost it, but maintains control against Porter. Off Indiana 1. Pacers will play the ball from the side, shooting extremely well, 9 of 12. Toronto's been effective too, 5 of 10, but they've turned the ball over 4 times. Up top is McConnell. Outside the arc, left hand of the foul line, down the right side of the lane. He flipped it up and off the near side of the rim. Purple rebounds. Toronto moves quickly to the forecourt, driving to the goal and laying it up and in. As he worked his way in on the right side was Siakam. 7 for Siakam, 23-13 Pacers. Turner goes left side. It's Mathurin on the bounce. Picks up the dribble. Goes right side. Brown has it. Brown launches. Missing 3. Long rebound at the foul line. Siakam will bring himself. Penetrates the arc right side. Working against Mathurin. Backs him down. Turns. Shoots. And misses. Turner with the rebound. Turner gives it up. Here comes McConnell left to right. Top of the circle. Bounce to Brown. Down the right side. And he's on the line twice.
Really nice job of Turner running the middle of the floor, just having the defense collapse and count for him, open up the lane for Bruce Brown to catch and draw the foul. Get to the free throw line.
Porter picks up his second. The All-Star game is coming to Indianapolis in February. Tickets for NBA crossover. Brown on the line. First one good. The NBA's multi-day interactive fan experience at the Indiana Convention Center on sale now. You can find out more at NBAevents.com or the NBA Events app. Jalen Smith is in. A productive first quarter for Miles Turner as he heads to the bench. And Brown will shoot one more. 85% on the year, hits the first one. And the second one. He has scored 7 in this quarter. And the Pacers are in front by 12, matching their largest lead. 5:20 left in the quarter. Schroeder uses a screen to move center of the floor. Now takes McConnell down the right side, and he's got a chance for a three-point play. McConnell's foul is his first, and Schroeder will go to the line. He had a season-high tying 24 points in their loss in Orlando last night. 11th season, a native of Germany, had several really good years at the start of his career in Atlanta, and then bounced around a bit most recently with the Lakers. That's a nice pickup by the Raptors.
It is. I think they've done a really nice job of not necessarily.
Well, not a shot clock violation.
Got a couple guys you do not want to play isolation basketball against. Pascal Siakam is one of them. OG Anunoby on the perimeter, he is also one of them. You do not want to over dribble the basketball against those guys.
Pacers take a timeout. 4:52 left in the first quarter. The Pacers win. Bring a friend to Penn Station East Coast Sub. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If the Pacers win tonight, you'll receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in store on Friday. Visit Pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. 4:52 left first quarter. Pacers by 9. You're listening to Pacers basketball on Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers fans, did you know that nationwide, 82% of 8th graders from low-income families are not proficient in math? Failing a math class in middle school is a key indicator for dropping out of high school, a challenging scenario which limits financial and social outcomes for most young people. That's why the Indiana Pacers and Eli Lilly and Company Foundation have partnered to bring NBA Math Hoops to any school or after-school program in the Indianapolis area. NBA Math Hoops is a fun, engaging board game that teaches kids fundamental math and social skills. Email foundation@pacers.com for more information.
It's more fun to be here live to see the Indiana Pacers hit the court. And when you need tickets, Ticketmaster's got you covered with a wide selection of seats available for every game. As the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Pacers in the NBA, Ticketmaster gives you more ways to find your perfect seat, whether you're making plans in advance or heading to the game last minute. And if your plans change, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell or transfer your tickets. Plus, mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Buy or sell tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Pacers.
At Ascension St. Vincent, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare in Indianapolis. Our cardiologists and heart and vascular surgeons are recognized for delivering the most advanced heart and vascular care. Patients choose us for leading brain tumor and stroke care, and families come to Peyton Manning Children's Hospital for advanced specialty care. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
It's the first for NBA in-season tournament. All 30 teams going through one brand new trophy.
The stakes are the highest.
Only 8 teams advance from the group stages. Then it's down to single elimination.
It's winner go home.
The last 4 standing will battle it out in Las Vegas, baby. They're going to go all in on the hardwood for season-long bragging rights and the first ever NBA Cup. Everyone's feeling lucky. The NBA in-season tournament continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
Pacers are the second worst team in the NBA in terms of opponent's field goal percentage. They are the best shooting team in the league. But the nice results are typical. Both teams over 50%. Indiana by 9 as we touch base with Pat.
A starting lineup change that began last night continues into tonight, although a bit different due to injury circumstances. Carlisle talking about it yesterday, saying a lot of thought went into it, all the way up to Kevin Pritchard. He said Mathurin and Toppin, who were originally removed, weren't happy about it, but they were pros about it. Toppin back in due to injury. Mathurin coming off the bench.
We'll get more into that as we go here tonight. Meanwhile, Schroeder goes up top. Trent with it, driving left hand, side of the lane into the near corner. Siakam matched up with Heel, delivers it to the top, and at the foul line as he tried to knife into the lane, Trent is tripped. And that'll be team foul number 3, personal foul number 2. 13 games in, it's not necessarily wise to draw conclusions, but it appeared obvious that Mathurin and Hield were better in their old roles than they were in their roles earlier this season. Would you say so?
Yeah, especially if you're using that last night as your gauge. Both guys excelled in major way as T.J. McConnell comes up with a big steal here.
In the lane, he intercepted a bounce pass. The Pacers on the run, wide open three on the break, but Mathurin misses out of the far corner, and now Toronto down 9, comes right to left in red. Schroeder, edge of the arc, picks up the dribble, goes to the near side. It's Trent against McConnell. Trent backs up, now kills the dribble. Left wing to Siakam. He's trying to drive it on Wara. Over to double team McConnell. They work the ball to the other side of the floor. And a three out of that far corner from Porter cuts it to 25-19.
They get the shot to go, but I really like Wara's ability to battle Pascal Siakam on that play.
Under 4 to go in the quarter. It's McConnell to the right baseline. Out to Smith. Bluffs the three. Takes it right to Pirtle with the left hand. Got to the goal, but laid it up. McConnell on him. Handoff left edge of the arc. Trent to the center of the floor. Bounce into the post, and Wara cut in front and stole it. Wara's running the break. Gets to the top of the circle. Gives it up left side for another three from Hield.
Great job there by Wara. He's looking for someone to find. How about the best three-point shooter in the building at the three-point line?
Hield has made 8 in a row three-point range over the last 2 nights. The Pacers lead 28-19. Pirtle takes a pass from Siakam at the front of the rim and finishes. That's Siakam Pirtle's first scoring, 28-21 Indiana. 3:05 left in the quarter. Hield on the drive, pulls up left side of the lane, tried to bounce it to the weak side cutter. McConnell coming across, and it's stolen by Toronto. Schroeder brings it to the forecourt. Pacers turn it over for the third time, and now Schroeder drives and drops it inside for a Pirtle field goal. The Pacers with 2:50 to go in the quarter see their lead shrink to 5. Toronto is given a delay of game warning. The next one would result in a technical foul. They're at 63%. The Pacers are at 59%. This is, although the pace is a little bit different, those numbers are similar to what we saw last night.
Yeah, both teams ending the game at 60% from the field last night.
McConnell across the lane, right to left, uses the right-hand glass and finishes.
Very nice play there by McConnell. Takes Otto Porter all the way to the rim.
30 Indiana, 23 Toronto, 2.5 to go for the quarter. Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill. I'm Mark Boyle. The Raptors and Pacers for the first time this season. Indiana swept the 3 games last season. On top, Siakam tried to go right wing. Trent was over there near the hash mark and cut in front, knocked it out of bounds. Tyrese Halliburton is back in, and T.J. McConnell is out. Toronto will make multiple substitutions here. Anobi and Barnes return. They'll have those two with Siakam, Trent, and Malachi Flynn, and in one of the guard positions. On top, Trent with him. He's watched by Wara, and he was totally unaware that the shot clock was about to expire. And as he drove it into the lane, it did expire. That is 7 Toronto turnovers here in this first quarter.
And you referenced it over the last handful of seasons. They're used to turning the opponent over.
They have the best turnover differential in the league last season. They took good care of it and forced a lot of turnovers. Wara on that far side. But the rebound laid in, picked up off the floor by Siakam. He has scored 9 in the quarter. The Pacer lead is 5. Way out left edge, Wara launching off the back of the rim. Ball rebounded by Toronto. Siakam feeds ahead. Here comes Barnes. Right edge Flynn, and now back to Siakam. Going at Mathurin, who reached in and fouled him. The foul occurring before the shot. He did score from the foul line. That won't count. And Mathurin is tagged with his first. 14 fouls Pacers, 3 against the Raptors. Toppin returns for Indiana. Mathurin is out.
Siakam has put it into another gear in this first quarter. He's another one being incredibly aggressive right now. 9 points and 6 rebounds in this quarter.
Pacers started 8 of 10. Since then, they've gone 3 of 10, and their lead has shrunk to 5. He's got it, Siakam does, on top, lobbing it into the lane. Barnes off the glass on the catch, and he's fouled by Smith. This would have been a 2-shot foul regardless, but it puts Toronto in the penalty as well at 117. Jalen Smith's foul is his first. And foul shots are coming for Toronto. A chance to pull within 3. Gold Monday presented by KeyBank is here. You can get Tickets to upcoming games against Portland, New Orleans, and Minnesota, and a mystery matchup in the in-season tournament starting at just $4. Visit Pacers.com/Gold Friday for full availability. First foul shot good. Second foul shot back rim, high in the air, and it stays down. Barnes makes a pair. He's got 4 points, and they have recovered from a 13-point deficit to cut it to 3. Hield has it for the Pacers. He is now playing with Smith, Mathurin, Halliburton, and Toppin. Halliburton on the logo at center court. Shot clock at 9. Hield bluffs a 3, bounces once, takes a 3, and hits another one from out on the right edge. He's got 11 points in the first quarter. He's made 9 straight 3-point shots. 6-point lead for Indiana. Toronto in red. Right to left here in the first half. Good, clean look from the top, but it's not worth 3 because Siakam missed long. Offensive rebound, though, gives the Raptors another chance. However, Barnes drives into the on top, leaving it for Mathurin. Back to Hield, right sideline, Halliburton. Halliburton waiting for the screen for Smith, who peels away. Halliburton drives, and from the foul line, delivers.
Yeah, tough shot. Nice patience there with the turnaround shot.
35-27, separation between game and shot clocks. About 3 seconds. And Toronto will attack. Left-hand bounce on the logo Barnes. Waiting for him at the top of the three-point arc is Smith. Shot clock is at 7. Barnes drives to his left, gets to the wing, into the lane, left to right, right-hand toss, no. Pacers have 4 seconds to go the distance. Halliburton to the timeline, a 3 on the way, and it hits the back of the rim from the logo as the first quarter draws to a close with the score. The Indiana Pacers 35, the Toronto Raptors 27. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Upland Brewing Company is proud to be an official partner of the Indiana Pacers. Upland has been brewing award-winning craft beers right here in Indiana for 25 years. Whether you're looking to explore striking new flavors or sit back with a pint of Dragonfly, Indiana's best-selling IPA, Upland beers are the perfect pairing for rooting on the blue and gold wherever you are. Join us at any of our 6 locations or find us at a grocery store near you. As always, Upland reminds you to drink responsibly and go Pacers.
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers.
What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
I've always dreamed of owning a home. Love having a place I can call my own.
We've wanted to remodel this kitchen since we moved in, already dreaming of the memories we'll make here.
Finally, a secluded house along the lake. We put years of hard work into this dream, and now it's a reality.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, NMLS number 469848.
A lot of stuff flying around the rumor mill lately. So whatever you've heard about Arby's, things about Arby's. We have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
1 quarter down from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and the Pacers keeping their offensive excellence up. 35 first quarter points for Indiana. They've got an 8-point lead, 35-27 over the Toronto Raptors. Here's the second quarter with Eddie Gill and Mark Boyle.
Surprisingly, turnovers have been an issue for the Raptors this season. The reason it's surprising is because generally they don't turn the ball over. At the top of the league last year, second the year before, first the year before that, but last night 24 turnovers in Orlando, Eddie, and tonight, in the first quarter, they gave it away 8 times.
Interesting, and their core guys are still there. You add Schroeder, who's a guy who typically takes care of the ball. Malachi Flynn has made his presence felt as he steps on with a 3-ball.
That is his first score. It's the first possession of the second quarter, 35-30. Pacers by 5 left to right. The Pacers in white, blue numerals, blue letters, blue and yellow trim. Smith takes the ball from Halliburton, driving from the foul line down the left side and converts. Both teams continue to shoot well. The Pacers are at 58%, the Raptors at 57%. Indiana leads by 7. Anunoby to the top of the circle. Toronto is in red, black and white numerals, letters, and trim. Strong drive, Flynn from the high right into the lane, finishing with the left hand. He has scored 5 quick points to start the second quarter, 37-32 Pacers. Halliburton and Toppin on the floor with Mathurin, Smith, and Wara. Right side corner, catch and shoot. Toppin is long with it. The rebound in the lane to Barnes. They play with Barnes, Flynn, Trent, Anunoby, and Chris Boucher, who's in for the first time. Driving dotted half and missing is Barnes. Wara clears, and here's Halliburton up the left side. Hits the hash mark, now veers into the lane. Shovels it toward the corner, but didn't have enough zip on it, and it was intercepted by Barnes as he tried to lead the break. He was fouled in backcourt, and the foul is on Halliburton, his first. Halliburton last night turned the ball over a season-high 6 times, although lately, well, not just lately, all season long he's been superb. Lately, over the last 6 games, even with that 6 turnover game, his assist-to-turnover ratio is better than 5 to 1.
Yeah, you can't ask for much better at that position, especially for what he's doing. He's not a guy just coming down the floor making chest passes. He's making plays, the length of the floor, pick and rolls. He's making a lot of quote-unquote high-risk plays look easy. And since he's been here, he's been a guy with a great assist-to-turnover ratio.
Early second, 37-32 Pacers. Toronto has the ball. Barnes slightly right of center, matched with Toppin. Hand off Anunoby, open man in the corner. That's Flynn. Somebody lost him, and he made the Pacers pay, hitting a 3 out of that corner.
And Halliburton immediately takes ownership of that play. He comes off inexplicably of that strong corner, forcing the timeout here by Rick Carlisle.
Raptors were down 13. They've cut it to 2. Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products and watch your savings grow over time with
who's the favorite for Rookie of the Year, but I do want to have the conversation about Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama, and watching those two guys, as big as they are, doing what they do night in, night out. I think a lot of people are seeing exactly what they thought they were going to see for Victor Wembanyama, but with Chet
and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Just like the Indiana Pacers, U.S. Foods stands for quality, value, and commitment to their customers. From their state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, U.S. Foods is committed to meeting their customers' needs by providing quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and northern Kentucky. At U.S. Foods, it's what they do to bring guests into your business every day that truly makes the difference. Enjoy the game.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Pacers led by 13 early. It's now a 2-point game. Indiana with the ball out of the timeout with Eddie. I'm Mark. Here's Pat.
The Pacers have had a fair amount of success here offensively to start tonight. Rick Carlisle a little concerned about what Toronto does defensively in terms of their length, saying their length plays into everything they do. They're hard to score in at the basket. The Pacers have 16 points in the paint already, so they're having some success there, but something always in the back of Rick Carlisle's mind. The Pacers did struggle at times against the Raptors last season offensively.
Both teams shooting well. Raptors are hurting the Pacers on the glass. They're +5, but Toronto's turned the ball over 8 times. Here's Halliburton way out right edge with that set shot 3. Pacers are going strong from out there, 7 of 13. Halliburton has 2 of those 7. 8 points, and it's 40-35. Flynn to the left sideline. Trent there. He'll launch over Toppin, and he got the 3 right back.
Toppin dares him, and he lets it go.
Trent had a season-high 18 off of their bench last night. That's his first scoring in this game. Ball knocked out of bounds at the other end. Pacers up 2 with the ball. 9:55 left in the second. Pacers home again Friday and next Monday with Detroit and Portland providing the opposition. Mathurin has it right wing. Backing up left hand outside the arc, centers it. Wara goes to the other side with it. And from there, Halliburton puts it on the floor. He's driving it down the right side of the lane, and he flips it off the glass unsuccessfully, and then it's tipped up by Wara. He kept it alive. Ultimately, it went out of bounds off of Toronto. Pacers will make a change here. Brown will return, and Wara is out. Wara got 8 minutes of work in that run. He had a nice game, at least statistically speaking. Nobody had a nice game against Orlando. But he did put up some. Now he turns, spins into the lane, misses badly, but they're going to put him on line and give him 2 foul shots. That foul is on Boucher, and it's his first. Now they're going to say it's not a shooting foul.
No, I think they will give him 2.
Yeah, I think he's definitely earned that trip to the line.
And Boucher's over there lobbying for a review. His coaches are paying him not much attention there. His request.
That would really be an eye-raising challenge if they did.
Yes.
Foul shot is good. Pacers Kids Club delivered by Papa John's, open to kids 14 and younger. The membership $30. It includes photo opportunity with Pacers players and Santa Boomer Pacer gifts. Discounts at Papa John's and the Pacers team store. $1 tickets to select games too. Find out more. Pacers.com/Kids Club. Top hit pair. Indiana by 4. Anunoby has it for Toronto. He'll let a 3 go left of center. Halfway down. Pops out. Rebound snagged by Smith. Pacers take a 4-point lead to the forecourt. Left to right is Mathurin. Center of the floor, Smith drives, picks up the dribble on the high post and sends it out near the timeline. From there, Halliburton works off Smith's screen. Right edge of the arc, left-hand drive, got him to the foul line. He tried to feed it into traffic. It's deflected, rescued by Halliburton, then he threw it away. Trent has it 2-on-2 to the other end. He's going to take it himself, played it up too hard, but it landed right in Anunoby's hands in front. 2-hand slam. 42-40 as the Pacer turnover leads to a Raptor field goal. At the other end, Mathurin has it against Flynn, left side of the floor. Halliburton on top, driving on Anunoby, gives it up. Smith will measure, and Smith will miss a 3 from the right edge. Toronto down 2, Flynn with the rebound. Here he comes to the foul line. He feeds the near corner. Good clean look, and that's a 3-ball. Barnes, nice work with that offhand pass by Flynn. They're in front, 43-42. They've come all the way back from that early 13-point deficit. Mathurin off the screen from Smith, down the left side. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to fall, laid it up too hard. Toronto running again. Barnes to the foul line, sends it in, and Boucher is on the line twice, fouled by Smith.
This is the part of success in the paint in the first quarter. The second quarter here, the length is really starting to get to the Pacers in their attempts at the rim there.
2 coming. The first one is good. Miles Turner is back in for the Pacers. Miles Turner the same. And it looks like T.J. McConnell will also re-enter. Chris Boucher in his 7th season from Oregon. Spent some time with Golden State and has played on 2 championship teams, one with the Warriors and one with the Raptors. Here he knocks down the foul shots.
And looking at some of these substitution patterns, there's the more things that you see in terms of a back-to-back, quicker, short stints for guys out there.
Toronto has scored 7 straight. They're up 45-42, their largest lead. They were down 13. McConnell left edge healed, another 3 on the way. He finally missed one, short from the left side. Flynn hauls in the rebound. Toronto by 3, 7.5 to go, second quarter. Flynn, top of the circle, down the left side, tried to feed it into traffic. Not a good decision. It's stolen by Hield. He shovels to Brown, out to Toppin. Cross-court pass to the left edge. It's Hield's ball. Winds up with McConnell. They move the ball beautifully. And Hield from the right side hit a three. That was a clinic.
Absolutely. Put that one, save that, clip it, and send it around the country because that was beautiful basketball.
45 aside. It remains that way as Barnes misses a three. 7 minutes left in the quarter. Here comes McConnell exploring the right side. Flynn on him. McConnell drives baseline. Into the lane it goes, and that's a layup for Brown.
Yeah, beautiful cut there by Bruce Brown, forcing the timeout here by the Raptors.
Pacers were up 13. They fell down 3, and now they're back up 2. This timeout brought to you by Connecticut, the official bottled water of the Indiana Pacers. 47-45 mid-second. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions.
Bring you my new hand-selected coffee roast, the TJ McConnell Breakaway Blend. With every purchase, Jack's Donuts and I will donate 100% of the proceeds to Firefight Children and Family Alliance, an organization that helps build stronger families and communities. The TJ McConnell Breakaway Blend is available at any Jack's Donuts location for a limited time, so get yours now.
Have you all heard of Mom Water yet? If not, you're going to love this. Mom Water is a fruit-infused vodka water. It was started by a Southern Indiana couple that was tired of seltzers and the bloating and headaches that came with drinking those. They started putting flavored vodka in water bottles and labeling it Mom Water so the kids didn't grab one. The best part is, each of the flavors has a name. So there is Karen, Linda, Julie, and Sandy. Go order yourself a Karen, because we now sell them here at Cambridge Fieldhouse, and they're an official partner of the Pacers.
Introducing PointsBet, now a Fanatics experience. Whether you need one more basket to hit the over or a defensive stop for the under, the only guarantee this season is that anything can happen. But the one thing you can count on is PointsBet's Power Hour. Check the app daily from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern for an exclusive offer. PointsBet, a Fanatics experience. More rewards than ever before. Must be 21 plus and present in Indiana. Have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Fanatics Betting and Gaming's acquisition of PointsBet is pending regulatory approval in Indiana.
As is always the case, every assist the Pacers record tonight results in a $5 donation to the Pacers Foundation from KeyBank so far. 11 assists on 17 field goals. Halliburton has 5 of those as he pursues an 11th double-double. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Pat Boylan is here too.
Thaddeus Young, a member of the Toronto Raptors, not playing here tonight, but Miles Turner recently making a comparison, hoping that one of the newest Pacers can play a role like him. He's talking about Bruce Brown. He said, Brown reminds me of Thaddeus Young a little bit in terms of his defensive versatility, general ability to make everyone around him better. Turner, of course, mainstay on this Pacer team for many years, played with Thaddeus Young previously.
Pacers by 2. Pirtle sends it into the lane, and Siakam grabs what looked like
that was surely
a bad pass and scores.
That was definitely supposed to be a turnover.
That's right, a whistle halt play. Team fouls. Indiana with 2, and now Toronto commits a second here in this quarter. It's on Siakam, his second. TJ McConnell, Bruce Brown, Miles Turner, Obi Toppin, and Buddy Hield on the floor against Otto Porter Jr., Dennis Schroeder, Jakob Poeltl. McConnell into the lane, got to the dotted half, tried to feed it to Turner, and threw it away. Siakam on the steal. Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam are the other Raptors out there in a kick ball violation. With 22 to go in the quarter will result in the Raptors playing it in from the side with the shot clock at 19. Game tied midway through the second at 47. Raptors shooting 58% from the floor. The Pacers at 51%. Schroeder has it. Left side to Porter, back to Schroeder. Left hand bounce to the wing. Now retreats with the right-hand dribble. Hield is on him. Pirtle over to screen. Schroeder still bouncing, takes it into the lane. He's at the dotted half. He fades. He fires over Hield and scores.
He earned that one. Good contest there by Buddy Hield.
They're back on top, 49-47. 5:59 left in the half. McConnell off a Turner screen, left wing, got to the foul line, looks into the lane, nothing there. On top to Toppin, back to McConnell, center of the floor, shot clock at 10. Driving into the lane, pulls up, dotted half, and put it off the back of the rim. Barnes gains control and feeds it up the floor. It's Schroeder. Dropping at edge of the arc, in the lane, Siakam. Barnes on top, back to the right side for Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder looks inside and now feeds the top of the circle. Pirtle has it. He kind of shot puts it into the lane, and they end up turning it over. Boy, ball out of bounds on the near side. Looks like Pirtle has never thrown a pass.
What jersey Pirtle was throwing it to, but give T.J. McConnell a lot of credit there. Completely outmatched in size by Scotty Barnes, and he's able to create the turnover.
49-47. McConnell at the other end, got down low, right side, can't clear the shot. So sends it to the near corner. From there, Brown drives baseline and bounces it into the cutter. Hield knifing in from upside left, takes it and lays it in.
High IQ play once again. Buddy Hield this time, he's cutting as his teammate is driving the baseline.
Hield was 9 of 11 from the floor last night. He's 5 of 6 in this game. Siakam right to the front of the rim, but he put it up off the back of the rim, and then Turner muffed the uncontested rebound. Losing it out of Anunoby is back in for Toronto. Barnes will leave. Their leading scorer is Siakam with 11. Hield has 16 for the Pacers. Baseline inbound, near side. Anunoby will work it in. And he feeds the perimeter. Schroeder has it, left edge. Pirtle screen. Schroeder drives off the bounce from the foul line. And he got the bounce off the front of the rim. 9 for Schroeder. They're back up by 2. They continue to shoot it extremely well. They are at 58%. Pacers with the ball left to right in White. Edge of the arc, McConnell in the lane. Dotted half. Launches, misses. Rebound hits the floor. And it bounces out of bounds. Pirtle thought that one of his teammates, Schroeder, was going to pick it up. He could have easily grabbed it. Instead, he headed up the court, and Schroeder couldn't get there before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, but the problem is the official thinks Pirtle touched it. I don't think anyone did touch it.
Well, now they're going to discuss it.
Yeah, the ball comes off the rim, and now they just earned themselves a technical foul.
They got a delay of game, and they'd already been warned.
That's the second, yes.
And so Halliburton, who had just checked back in, will shoot the technical. He is the go-to in these situations.
Well, but how did they get the technical foul? Was one of their players holding the basketball?
Good question. I don't know why they got tagged with a delay, but they did.
Schroeder looks like he was holding it on the sideline. And the Pacers will be awarded with the basketball here. So apparently Pirtle did touch it, but it looks like the ball just came off the rim. Neither Pirtle or Schroeder touched it. It touches out of bounds.
Foul shot is good. The Pacers have taken 12 technical foul shots this season. Halliburton has taken 11 of them. And as he makes this one, he's made 9. And now a conversation will result in what? They had given the ball to the Pacers. Then they discussed it. And the Pacers will keep it. 51-50 Toronto. Halliburton with 9 points and 5 assists in the first half. Now has 9 points and 6 assists as he zips it from the left side into the lane for an easy Toppin conversion. 52-51. Indiana regains the lead. At the other end, Schroeder, perimeter right. On the floor with a left hand, working into the lane. Nice spin move, Siakam. Goaltend is the call, and he's got a chance for a three-point play. Brown.
He's one of these guys. We talk about modern day basketball, and obviously the important factor of the three-point line is he's another one of these guys who has not embraced that line of thinking. He'll take them occasionally when they're there, but he's putting his head down and trying to get to the rim.
Good. His numbers scoring are down a little bit, in part because he's really struggling from three-point range, only 24%. He's normally better than that. He completes the three-point play. They're back up 54-52. Toppin counters down the left side. Can't get to the goal. And it winds up with Hield. Shot clock to 10. Hield way out near the top of the three-point arc. Back to the left sideline. Catch and shoot. Toppin put it off the front of the rim, and the Raptors back in business, leading by 2. Schroeder comes left side, left hand. Now gives it up on top. Siakam will take it to Hield. Backing his way to the dotted half, and he scores from there. Siakam has 16 points. They lead by 4. This is their largest lead of the game. They trailed by 13. Now Schroeder trips Hield as Hield tries to drive from the far sideline. Non-shooting, third team foul, and that's Schroeder's first personal. The Pacers will work it in with a shot clock at 16. Barnes is back on for Toronto, and Porter will leave. So your Pacers game ticket before every home game at Harry and Izzy's downtown between 4 and 7. You'll receive a special pregame meal. Make your reservations at Harry and Izzy's downtown today. Inside it goes. Halliburton to Toppin. You can do that by calling 317-635-9594 or just visit harryandizzies.com. Toppin has been the beneficiary of several Halliburton assists here in the first half. Another good work on the left side of the lane by Siakam to get a good look at the hoop, but he missed the shot. 56-54 Toronto. Toppin almost threw it away. Now he did throw it away. Originally Anunoby blocked it into the backcourt. Looked like Halliburton might get there, but Anunoby beat him to it and went to the end for a dunk.
Those turnovers starting to pop up here for the Pacers. 7 in total, the majority of those here in the second quarter.
Toronto has committed 10. There's a lob to the goal, and Toppin has it going. He's passing, and that happened again on that possession.
And often the result of pick and roll situations, putting Pirtle in that action is causing a lot of trouble for the Raptors.
58-56 Toronto. They are scoring, though, with great efficiency, and they maintain a 2-point lead. Schroeder knifes down the right side and scoops in the right hand. Over 60% as the Pacers' defensive issues continue to be troublesome on a nightly basis. Halliburton with it. Long one on the way, and that's a 3.
Miscommunication here by the Raptors, and Halliburton abuses him with the 3.
He is 3 of 5 from out there. Well over 40% on the season. Toronto's lead is 1. Barnes with it, up top, kills the dribble. Check that, it's Anunoby. Siakam is wide open left side. He's not going to miss that one. That's a 3 ball. He's got 19 points. Boy, it's hard to imagine anyone being more open than that.
Yeah, he had all day to count the laces and everything before he let it go.
At the other end, Halliburton pulls up on the foul line. Misfire, rebound baseline. Controlled by Toronto with Siakam on the move. He's had an excellent first half. Here he gives to Schroeder, and Schroeder cans a 3 from the near sideline. 14 points. They are shooting 63% from the floor, and they have opened up a 66-59 lead with 1:25 to go in the second quarter. When an opponent misses 2 straight free throws in a Pacers home game, you win a free order of small curly or crinkle fries at any participating Indianapolis Arby's location. Limit 1 per guest. No purchase necessary, and it may not be combined with other offers. It's valid only the day after a Pacers home game at participating Indianapolis area Arby's. Visit pacers.com/Arby's for more details. Closing in on halftime. It's 85 seconds away. Here's Pat.
Our coming up at the halftime report, we'll have first half highlights, a look at the box score. Nearly the entire NBA's in action. We'll check in on that too. Last night's game in Atlanta, the first time both teams have shot 60% or better in an NBA game since 1997. Coincidentally, not ironically, the Pacers were also involved in that as well. Now the Pacers are doing a better job of forcing the turnover here tonight. They forced 10 and they have 19 points off of it, but as you've noted, Toronto and those concerning shooting numbers are right defensively against Atlanta. They're shooting 3% right now, and they've hit 7 or 12 threes.
Not only that, they've been rebounded. The Pacers have by 8. Now, rebounding has never been a strength, but there were promising signs in the early games of the season, Eddie, but lately it's been just as big a problem as it was last year.
Yeah, and part of the rebounding thing is, you know, you give them a 5 offensive rebound, which isn't horrible, but back to the field goal percentage. You're giving up 63% from the field. It's not a whole lot of shots to rebound.
1:17 left in the half. Toronto's 7-point lead is their largest. They were down 13. Halliburton strong drive, pulls up, right baseline. Off target, rebound, Anunoby and Schroeder. will hurry to the other end with 63 seconds left in the second quarter. Center of the floor now, it's Barnes. Edge of the arc, handoff to Schroeder. Schroeder on the move off a Pirtle screen. Shot clock at 10. Turner switches out on Schroeder. Schroeder drives on Turner. Now pulls up, foul line jump shot, no. Toppin there to rebound. The Pacers are down 7. 44 seconds left in the half. Halliburton working his way forecourt left. Trapped against the sideline. Feeds Toppin, who relays up top. One dribble, moving to his left, and Hield hits another three. That's his 5th of the half. 66-62 Toronto. Plenty of time separating game and shot clocks. Right around 10 seconds. Pirtle down low. Easy finish off the pass from the perimeter. 6 points for Jakob Pirtle. They are shooting 62%. And they lead by 6. There is time between the clocks. Not much, though. Maybe 2 seconds. Halliburton has it. Working near the timeline. Centers it. From there, Brown, edge of the arc. Works his way to the right side. Down to 5 to shoot. Brown to Hield. Hield puts it on the floor. Blows by Pirtle. And sets up Turner in the near corner for 3.
That's beautiful execution by Buddy Hield. He's got an incredible half going, mostly with the 3-ball makes. This time, he's able to find Turner in the corner.
Hield 7 of 8 from the floor, 19 points. Pacers trail by 3. Other than the fact that it's, to a degree, a carbon copy of last night. Really good offense, really bad.
Basket prior to the expiration of the shot
They will
clock
rule on the Turner shot. It's obviously good, but this is by rule. Other than the obvious, good offense, bad defense, what do you see out there?
Yeah, I think that is the biggest component there. You look at
They're down 3 as you go to halftime. You can shop, earn, and redeem points at Kroger this season. For every dollar you spend on participating items, 1 Pacer rewards point is automatically added to your Kroger Plus account. You can cash in on Pacers game tickets, merchandise, autograph memorabilia, and more. Restrictions do apply. See terms and conditions at Kroger.com/Pacers terms. Halftime downtown, Pat Boylan joins us courtside for the halftime report. Come back through 2. It's the Toronto Raptors 68, the Indiana Pacers 65. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
With NBA League Pass, you get so much game.
Even regular season games?
Yep.
Even some of the in-season tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Can I watch home and away team broadcasts?
Oh, yeah.
Can I watch from my phone while I take a long bath?
Sure.
And if my team wins, can I stand up super fast and splash water everywhere and scream, yes, that's right?
Hey, could we get a normal fan for this commercial? Subscribe at NBA.com/League Pass today. Only select out-of-market games available and local blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
The CareSource Life Services Program provides our Healthy Indiana plan members coaching and resources to find steady jobs. So what does that mean to Indiana? In 1 year alone, our life services members who found jobs added an extra $83 million of purchasing power into the Indiana economy. But best of all, they got the boost they needed to build a life of greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings with rebates at Bell Tire's Black Friday sale. With extended hours Friday, Saturday, and Monday only. Plus, get up to $854 in free lifetime tire maintenance, so you won't need new tires 1 mile too soon. All tires, all brands, any budget. Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings. Shop online and you'll save time. Sale ends Monday, so get up to $260 in savings and get the lowest tire price period at Bell Tire. See store or belltire.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Hey Pacers fans, it's easy to save money on your utility bill this season by doing simple things at home. First, make sure to turn off that faucet while you're finally make sure you're doing full load of laundry. To find more money-saving tips, visit citizensenergygroup.com.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Well, not quite to the extreme of last night. That would be hard to do in a 157-152 Pacers win, but in a similar spirit here tonight. Offense has been the name of the game. Toronto 68, Pacers 65 at halftime. Let's take a listen to the first half highlights.
Brown with the rebound, driving it for the Pacers, down the right side. Across the lane, right to left, on top to Turner. Right down the middle with a two-hand slam.
Not much easier there. Great attack of the basket and dunk by Turner.
Indiana 5, Toronto 2. Pirtle shot inside, front of the rim, blocked by Turner. He had 4 block shots in last night's game, a season high, as the Pacers won in Atlanta. And now Halliburton moving to his left, strokes a 3. Toronto will take the first time out of the night. The Pacers with a 10-2 jump. Hield has it for the Pacers. He is now playing with Smith, Mathurin, Halliburton, and Toppin. Halliburton on the logo at center court. Shot clock at 9. Hield bluffs a 3, bounces once, takes a 3, and hits another one from out on the right edge. He's got 11 points in the first quarter. He's made 9 straight three-point shots. Flynn, top of the circle, down the left side, tried to feed it into traffic. Not a good decision. It's stolen by Hield. He shovels to Brown, out to Toppin, cross-court pass to the left edge. It's Hield's ball. Winds up with McConnell. They move the ball beautifully, and Hield from the right side hit a 3. That was a clinic.
Absolutely. Put that one, save that, clip it, and sent it around the country, because that was beautiful basketball.
There is time between the clocks. Not much, though. Maybe 2 seconds. Halliburton has it, working near the timeline, centers it. From there, Brown, edge of the arc, works his way to the right side, down to 5 to shoot. Brown to Hield. Hield puts it on the floor, blows by Pirtle, and sets up Turner in the near corner for 3. Halftime downtown, it's the Toronto Raptors 68. The Indiana Pacers 60.
68-65. First half stats next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand.
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis camp is how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Hey, it's Dan Dockage here. Have you heard about my friends over at the Moondrops Distillery? Locally owned, locally distilled, and locally bottled. Enjoy the magic of shared experiences with their award-winning bonfire blends, bourbons, and vodka. You'll find all their spirits at your local retailer, including Total Wine locations. Experience their tasting room and book your distillery tour today. All you got to do is go to moondropsdistillery.com.
I always dreamed of supporting her on her wedding day.
Can hardly believe I'm at my dream school. I've worked so hard to get here.
Being a dad will be a dream come true.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, NMLS number 469848.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star is going to give you that story. Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. Indy Star will get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for their success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. But if you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
I'm Pat Boylan for your first half stats. Pascal Siakam leading the way with 19 points. He and Buddy Hield match for the game high at halftime. Other Raptors include Dennis Schroeder, who came over in the offseason for Fred VanVleet. Schroeder playing well, 14 points for him. Scotty Barnes had 7, 6 for Jakob Poeltl, 6 for OG Anunoby off of their bench. Malachi Flynn with 8, 3 for Otto Porter Jr., 3 for Gary Trent Jr., and Chris Boucher had 2. They shoot at 63% from the field, 58% from the three-point line, numbers that Rick Carlisle will hope to drop precipitously in the second half. Toronto 7 of 8 from the free throw line. As for Indiana, Buddy Hield back in the starting lineup, true as of last night. He was terrific in Atlanta. He's been terrific so far tonight. 19 points, 5 of 6 from 3. He's hit 11 of his last 12 from the perimeter. Other starters include Tyrese Halliburton, who had 12 points and 8 assists, 11 for Obi Toppin, 10 for Miles Turner, 9 for Bruce Brown. Again, offense not the problem at all. The Pacers, though, are shorthanded. No Nembhard, no Nesmith. And you're maybe seeing it a little bit with their bench, which is typically strong, if not dominant. Tonight, just 4 points from that second unit. McConnell has 2. Jalen Smith has 2. Wara and Mathurin scoreless. Indiana shoots 53% from the field, 55% from 3. They did hit 11 threes in the first half. 6 of 7 from the foul line. They're -8 on the glass. They are +3 on the turnover, and they've done an excellent job with Toronto's turnovers. They have 19 points off of the 10 Raptor turnovers. Takes us to our halftime score of Raptors 68, Pacers 65. We'll take a look around the NBA next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner.
Burger with melty Swiss and American cheese, or any murmurings about a 6-piece stack of crispy bacon, believe it. Trust the Big Cheesy. Embrace the bacon. All the Arby's burger rumors are true. Arby's, we have the meats.
Participating Arby's for a limited time.
It's more fun to be here live to see the Indiana Pacers hit the court. And when you need tickets, Ticketmaster's got you covered with a wide selection of seats available for every game. As the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Pacers in the NBA, Ticketmaster gives you more ways to find your perfect seat, whether you're making plans in advance or heading to the game last minute. And if your plans change, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell or transfer your tickets. Plus, mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Buy or sell tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Pacers.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at Nucor.com/careers. That's Nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Raptors 68, Pacers 65. We're at halftime. I'm Pat Boylan. Here's what's happening elsewhere. In a preface, we're not going to get through everything happening elsewhere. 28 of the league's 30 teams in action here tonight, and most of them are in action right now. But here are some scores. Washington leading Charlotte 91-78 through 3. Denver's up in Orlando nearly through 3. 86-80. Atlanta has a 10-point lead on Brooklyn at home, 77-67. We're watching this one closely. Milwaukee and Boston, maybe the two favorites in the East. This game in Boston tonight, and the Celtics playing well at halftime. They lead 67-53. Miami up in Cleveland, 69-55. The other games are in the second quarter or earlier, and we'll keep you up to date on the scoreboard throughout tonight's broadcast. But the third quarter rapidly approaching. Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill will have it. We return. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI had doctors know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health. where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Here's a statistic that may alarm you. Every 9 minutes, another person is added to the National Transplant Waiting List in need of a life-saving organ. Help end the wait. The Pacers have partnered with Indiana Donor Network and Donate Life Indiana to encourage you to say yes to organ donation. That little heart on your driver's license means you could save up to 8 lives and heal 75 more. Sign up the next time you're at the BMV or anytime at donatelifeindiana.org.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite. Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Put a smile on your face and put your hands together for the Houdinis of the hardwood, the human highlight reels that bring wow to the now, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just basketball. This is where what just happened happens all the time. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour presented by Jersey Mike Subs at Gamebridge Fieldhouse on January 14th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for tickets.
Through two, Toronto at 63% from the floor, leads Indiana 68-65. 19 points, Pascal Siakam, 14 Dennis Schroeder. The Pacers with 4 in double figures. Buddy Hield with 19. Third quarter begins with the same folks on the floor that were out there at the start. Tyrese Halliburton, Bruce Brown, Miles Turner, Obi Toppin, and Buddy Hield. Against Dennis Schroeder, OG Anunoby, Jakob Poeltl, Pascal Siakam, and Scotty Barnes. Toronto first crack, left to right there in the red. Black and white numeral.
In an effort and a willingness to make those extra plays and play a little bit earlier in possession. You can't wait for guys to get in scoring areas to decide to defend.
Toronto gets first left to right. With an awkward pass into the lane. It's gathered in left of the hoop. Up way too hard. Spinning with left and trying to convert Anunoby. They fail with their first possession. At the other end, it's Hield who just can't miss. He hits another three, his 6th of the game. Last night in Atlanta, he was 6 for 6. Tonight he's 6 for 7. And Toronto turns it over on the next possession. Here comes Brown driving on Siakam. Now dumps it to the perimeter. Turner is open, and Turner's three on line falls off the front of the rim. Game tied at 68 apiece. 11-10 left in the quarter. Driving shot to the goal interrupted by a whistle that didn't go. But a foul has been called. And Brown picks up his second. They're on the line, shooting 2.
It's Pascal Siakam again. He's determined here, especially in that first half. Comes away with 19 points, and he started this quarter off the exact same way. He's bound and determined to get to the paint regardless of the defender.
Game tied, 11:09 to go in the third quarter. Pacers led by as many as 13 points in the first half. But they were down at halftime. And Siakam steps up, knocks down the first. He has scored 20 points. He's made 3 of his 4 foul shots. He has twice been an All-Star in his 7 seasons. Last year was their leading scorer. 69-68. Toronto by 1. He made the first. He missed the second. Rebound on one hop, controlled by Halliburton. Indiana looks to regain the lead. We are in the first minute of the third quarter. Halliburton, center of the floor. Picks up the bounce, perimeter left to Hield, back to Halliburton. Long one off the bounce, perfect from about 35 feet out.
My goodness, just a step inside the logo.
71-69, Indiana back on top. Schroeder will drive and give the Raptors the lead as he's fouled. Right-hand finish right at the goal, and he's on the line. Pacers having an excellent night shooting the 3. They are 13 of 23. Brown picks up his third.
I don't know that we were done finishing the call of Halliburton's three-point shot before Schroeder's scoring.
Yeah, that's not wrong. They are just getting good looks far too easily.
Yeah, you can't get that close to the basket and finish after a made basket.
Three-point play complete. 17 points for Schroeder. The average is 16, and we're barely underway in the third quarter. 72-71 Toronto. Halliburton left side hash, working against Pirtle. Hands it off on top. Healed back to Halliburton. Halliburton driving, steps back, now moves forward, steps back again, lets the three ball go, and it falls off the front of the rim. It's Siakam with the rebound and the long pass to the other end, but Pirtle can't handle it on the turnover. Hield goes the other way. Hield with a right hand on top, comes to the edge of the circle, gives to Toppin. He zipped it in. Turner was free out of the goal, but Toppin's pass beyond Turner sailed out of bounds. Turnovers, Indiana with 8 and Toronto with 11. 72-71, Raptors with the advantage. Schroeder will move it ahead. He's in forecourt, right side. Picks up the dribble, lobs it to the top of the circle. Pirtle there, feeds it back to Schroeder. Schroeder driving on Brown, returns to Pirtle, takes the handoff, bounces once, and scores from the left wing. Schroeder's got a nice one going, 19 points. He's 8 of 10 from the floor. Halliburton to the far corner. Faking the shot, driving to the wing, pulling up and missing back rim is Brown. Toronto by 3, Schroeder on the run. Gives it to Siakam, who takes it down the right side, laid it up too hard. It was challenged by Hield, and it's Halliburton on top. Nice pass inside, easy finish, Turner. That's the 10th assist and another double-double for Halliburton. 74-73 Toronto, 9:28 to go in the third. It's Schroeder giving it up on top to Barnes. He takes it left side. Siakam now to the foul line, to the goal, laid it up too hard, rebounded Turner. Turner gives to Halliburton. The Pacers can regain the lead. Cross court, left edge Hield, drives on Barnes, got around him, finished right hand.
Nice job, great read there by Buddy Hield. They finally close out to him at the three-point line. He's happily taking over the layup.
He is 9 of 10 from the floor, and that makes him almost flawless over the last 2 games. 18 of 21 in the lane. Barnes thought he was fouled. As he scored.
Great pass there.
77-76. This is very reminiscent of the Atlanta game. Both teams seem to score at will. That's the way the third quarter is starting tonight. Toronto gets it inside. Pirtle fumbles away a layup. It lands in the corner. A 3 off the scoop over there in the corner. Schroeder picking up the loose ball, and he missed it off the back of the rim. Halliburton got to the goal, and he earned himself a trip to the line. He is sandwiched and fouled. It's likely Anunoby who will be charged with the foul, and that would be his first. Fouls, Pacers 2, Raptors 1. This is a shooting foul, and Halliburton, who among other things, enjoying a terrific season at the line at 93%, go twice here. 15 points and 11 assists, another double-double for Halliburton. 10 seconds. Network station identification. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
First foul shot good, one more for Halliburton, but first the Pacers take a timeout. Every time the Pacers do connect on a foul shot, Citizens Energy Group and the Pacers team up to donate $5 to the Warm Heart, Warm Home Foundation, which provides utility bill assistance for thousands of Hoosiers each year. To learn more or to donate, visit citizensenergygroup.com/WHWH. 2-point Pacer lead. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At Ascension St. Vincent, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare in Indianapolis. Our cardiologists and heart and vascular surgeons are recognized for delivering the most advanced heart and vascular care. Patients choose us for leading brain tumor and stroke care, and families come to Peyton Manning Children's Hospital for advanced specialty care. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately. Get the care you need at ascension.org.
I'm Kristen Airy. Our family takes water quality seriously, and for 10 years, we've teamed up with the toughest water treatment company in the business, Connecticut. Connecticut's equipment made in the USA provides more contaminant removal than the competition. Our 2 new rescue dogs, Augie and Izzy, love the taste of the water. from our Connecticut.
We'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Bust it. Papa John's and Shaq are at it again with the Shaq-a-roni.
It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger.
Just look at those huge foldable Shaq-sized slices loaded with extra cheese.
Topped with extra pepperoni.
Okay. It's a big pizza with a big impact because Papa John's donates $1 from every Shaq-a-roni sold to the Papa John's Foundation.
Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-roni.
Only at Papa John's.
8:17 left third quarter. Pacers up 2. One more foul shot for Halliburton. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside. Let's go down onto the floor. Other side of the court with Pat Boylan.
Heading into last night against Atlanta, Buddy Hield was really slumping. He gets moved into the starting lineup. Whether that was the impetus for his improvement or not, it has done a 180. In fact, the NBA record for consecutive threes made, and this can be over the course of multiple games, is 13 straight. Hield doesn't get there, but he has made 12 of his last 13.
And he's made 6 tonight, which has moved him into 10th place on the Pacers' all-time three-point field goal list. He moves past Mike Dunleavy. He will soon pass Troy Murphy. Halliburton missed the second foul shot. The Raptors turn it over. The Pacers run, and Halliburton takes it the distance.
That was an easy one there for Halliburton. He just probes and just continues to go. Raptors let him all the way to the rim.
18 points, 11 assists. Indiana by 4. Anunoby to the dotted half, steps back and scores over Hield. He's got 8 points. Toronto down 2 at 80-78. Halliburton, center of the floor. Continues on with a right hand. Up top to Brown. Brown will dance down the right side. Pirtle confronts him, and Brown walked with him.
Miraculously without a dribble.
7:20. Well, he's skilled. Doesn't need to dribble. Schroeder on the drive. Into the far corner. The catch and shoot three is blocked by Halliburton. Taken out of the corner by Barnes, but the Raptors get the loose ball, and then a drive to the goal is interrupted by a Turner block, and that leads to Toppin scoring at the other end.
Big time sequence there. 2 blocks there by the Pacers, and ends with a layup.
Pacers in front, 82-78. Schroeder on the move across the lane, right to left, hands it off. Barnes bounced it casually out to the foul line, nearly threw it away, but Siakam has it. He finds an open man in the far corner. Air ball Schroeder. Turner picks it up, and the Pacers in business, leading by 4 midway through the third. Brown takes it to the top. Hield thought about a 3, decides to give it to Halliburton. Halliburton 1 foot on the logo at center court. Now drives to his left, got around Anunoby, but his shot at the goal blocked by Siakam. Pirtle picks up the loose ball. 6:27 to play in the third. Toronto down 4. They move it left to right, right in front of his own bench. A catch and shoot 3. Barnes doesn't go. Halliburton on the move. 6:16 left in the third. On the sideline, Hield drives right into the lane and goes to the glass, scoring again.
Beautiful play there. Just they finally recognize that he's a three-point shooter, driving him off the three-point line, but he's happy to go to the rim for layups.
He had a season-high 24 last night. He clips that with 26 tonight, and in these 2 games as a starter, he is now 19 of 22 from the floor. From the foul line, Siakam knocks down a jumper. He's got 22. 5:45 left, third quarter, 84-80. Pacers over the Raptors. Hield again, wanting a 3, but this time leaving it short from the right side. Toronto down 4, breaking to the forecourt, and Siakam shot blocked by Turner. However, a foul called, the third team foul, and it puts Siakam on the line twice. Miles Turner with just his first foul, and Siakam will shoot 2. Siakam mentioned not shooting the 3 well this year. He was 1 for his last 19 coming into this game. He's made 1 of 2 tonight. For whatever reason, it seems like with some frequency the last 2 summers his name has been frequently mentioned as something.
He makes the first free throw. What do you getting back in return? You can always throw these rumors out there, but what are you getting back in return? What's the value look like, and is it really going to impact your team in a positive manner?
Well, you better be getting something good if you're letting him go.
Nothing about it. A guy's a star caliber player, gets it done on both ends of the floor. You're hard pressed to find guys like that who are elite on both ends.
Otto Porter Jr. and Gary Trent are in for Toronto, playing with Schroeder, Pirtle, and Siakam. Who knocks down the foul shot. He made them both. It's 84-82. Pacers have T.J. McConnell on the floor for the first time third quarter. Playing with Toppin. McConnell right sideline, left-hand bounce, got to the dotted half, and now feeding inside for a catch and shoot. And Turner delivers a three.
Relocation of Turner to that three-point line, knocks it down.
87-82. Toronto with Siakam had a big game, driving from the left side into the lane, and he got a bounce off the front of the rim. 26 points for Siakam. His team trails, though, 87-84. With McConnell handling for Indiana, right to left in white. Toronto is playing in red tonight. Top of the circle, Toppin backs up outside the arc. Now attacks Pirtle, lost the ball, scooped to Mathurin. Left edge of the arc, 5 to shoot. Mathurin driving on Porter, right between two defenders. But he laid it up too hard, and here comes Schroeder. Up the floor, left side, catch and shoot. 3-ball Trent over there near his own bench. And that will result in an Indiana timeout. With 4:34 left in the third, game tied at 87 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing, because Gamebridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Introducing Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncomped carbs and 95 calories. This is premium refreshment, 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, now available wherever beer is sold. D.D. Yingling and Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It's the first ever NBA in-season tournament. All 30 teams going for one brand new trophy.
The stakes are the highest.
Only 8 teams advance from the group stages. Then it's down to single elimination.
It's win or go home.
The last 4 standing will battle it out in Las Vegas, baby. They're gonna go all in on the hardwood for season-long bragging rights and the first ever NBA Cup. Hope everyone's feeling lucky. The NBA in-season tournament continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
In downtown Indianapolis, the Pacers have led by as many as 13, trailed by as many as 7. 11 lead changes, and the game now tied for the 6th time. It's 87 apiece, 4:34 left in the third. Here's Pat.
A couple of games down to the wire here. They're both competitive in Orlando. The Magic who have led most of the night are now trailing the Nuggets 105-102. That game has 6 minutes left. The Hornets lead the Wizards by 105-104. That game has 4 minutes left. Miami continues to play well after a slow start to their season. They're winning in Cleveland here tonight, 85-62 in the third.
Pacers have the ball out of the timeout. McConnell and Brown, Mathurin, Wara back on for the first time this half. He played in the first half, did not score. And Jalen Smith working against Toronto's Schroeder, Trent, Porter, Pirtle, and Siakam. Up top, Mathurin uses the left hand to get into the lane and dumps in a short right hand.
Mathurin, nice play there. Pacers clearly drawing something up to get him going here the second half.
He had missed his first 4 shots. That's his first scoring. Indiana Indiana leads 89. Fouled him, his second.
Like what Moore is doing there in terms of his activity out on the perimeter, making it difficult on Schroeder. Did everything just right there except for the last moment. Sticks his hand in there, committed the foul.
Schroeder can tie a game if he were to hit these at 84%. He's 2 of 2 in this game. His team had trailed by as many as 13, led by as many as 7. They're down 1 as Schroeder hits the first. He got 20. Siakam is their leader with 26. Field has the same, a season high for the Pacers. One more, and Schroeder is 2 for 2, 4 for 4 on the night, 21 points, game tied at 89. Under 4 to go in the third. McConnell, underside hash mark on top to Smith, takes it back. Drive to the left sideline, now the right hand off Smith's screen across the lane, left to right, and McConnell scores.
Soft floater there by McConnell.
Second field goal gives the Pacers a 2-point lead. Siakam hopping to the hoop, in on the right side, got the 2 back and drew a foul.
It's another one of those plays there. Made basket by the Pacers, and 4 seconds later, made layup by the opponent.
Malachi Flynn is back on with 3:44 to go in the quarter. Game tied at 91. And Siakam will go to the line. He has scored as many as 39 in a game this season. And he will try to give Toronto the lead. We've got a hometown friendly scoreboard operator who just now put those 2 points up there. Thought he might get away with it. But
begrudgingly.
Yeah.
If I have to.
And Siakam continues to have a positive impact for the Raptors, completing the 3-point play. 10 of his 29 here in the third. They're back on top by 1. McConnell operating right to left, gives to Mathurin. Mathurin comes off a Smith screen, back to McConnell, right edge against Flynn. McConnell drives, spins Flynn into the lane, got it to the weak side cutter. Mathurin took it coming in from that left wing and was fouled as he tried to finish.
That's a great cut there by Mathurin. McConnell gets caught in no man's land in the air. Mathurin does a nice job of cutting, finding an open area, and receives that pass.
Malachi Flynn on the foul. And Benedict Mathurin will go to the line. If the Raptors miss 2 straight foul shots tonight, you want a free order of small curly or crinkle fries at any participating Indianapolis Arby's location. Limit 1 per guest. No purchase necessary. First foul shot is short. May not be combined with other offers. Only valid this Friday at participating Indianapolis area Arby's. Visit pacers.com/Arby's for more details. Pirtle is out. And Barnes is back in. Mathurin will try to tie the game after missing the first foul shot. And he does. 3 points, all in this quarter for Benedict Mathurin. Game tied at 92, 3:25 to play in the third. Flynn brings it across through that blue and yellow logo at center. McConnell meets him on top. Bounce pass left sideline. Siakam again. Moving with a right hand to the top of the circle, turns the corner, now kicks it back outside where the open Barnes nails a 3 from the left edge. A dozen for Barnes. Toronto 95, Indiana 92. 3 minutes left in the third. It's McConnell to the foul line. Gives it up right side. Now Brown playing with it. Top of the circle. Takes a handoff, does Brown from Smith to the corner. McConnell passed up a wide open 3 and then finally hit it. Boy, he didn't want to take that shot.
And his teammates behind him are losing their mind, saying shoot the basketball, and he finally lets it go.
Game tied at 95 for T.J. McConnell, his first 3-point field goal of the season. He had missed his first 4. Barnes tried to counter with a 3, missed up top. Rebound controlled by Porter, feeds it outside to Flynn. Flynn drives it to the goal, but put it up too hard with the left hand. 2:25 left in the third. Indiana running for the lead. McConnell got it to Smith. Beautiful pass right side, and Smith lays it in.
Very nicely done. You get a stop on one end and run for layups on the other.
97-95. Barnes has it for Toronto. Pacers by 2. Barnes walking his way inside the arc and then fed it to the cutter, diving in from the top. Siakam, he laid it in as he was fouled, and he has scored 31 points. 12 in this quarter.
Finish, but some of these isolation situations, he's just attacking whoever the defender is. Might start to bring some help early on.
Halliburton will return for Indiana. Moby is back in for Toronto. McConnell and Porter leave, headed for their respective benches. With 2:05 to play in the third. The team is tied at 97. Siakam was the NBA most improved player in 18-19. This is his 8th season. And he's ready with the foul shot, which he nails. He's left 4 consecutively. 13 of his 32 here in the third. They're on top by 1. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Halliburton has it left side. Using the right hand, feeds on top. With it, Jalen Smith shovels the ball to Mathurin. Mathurin driving, left hand, kicks back to the top. Halliburton will attack, finds an open man far corner, and Brown mishandled it, losing it out of bounds. Turnovers, Toronto 13, Indiana 10. Keep in mind, 8 of those 13 turnovers by Toronto were in the first quarter. So they've taken much better care of the ball as the game has gone along. They're in front by 1. 98 seconds left in the third. Handling it up top. Here's Barnes. He'll drive it right hand. He's cut off on the foul line by Smith. Now works his way to the dotted half. Shot it long. Rebounded Jalen Smith. And the Pacers can go on top with a successful possession. Wara driving off the pass from Halliburton. Missed on the left side. Got his own. Knocked out of his hands. He got it back again. Over on the right side. And a blocking foul on Flynn will allow the Pacers to inbound. They had 1 to give. That was a very determined sequence from Mr. Wara.
Absolutely. Nice job. Caught it in transition. Thought he might have been some contact on the initial layup, but sticks with it and comes up with the offensive foul, offensive rebound, and draws one there on Flynn.
Second on Flynn. The next one puts the Pacers in the penalty. 74 seconds left in the third. Toronto by 1. Halliburton near corner Brown, and Brown traveled before he drove to the goal. Turnovers are starting to even out. 13 Toronto, 11 in Indiana. Gives to Trent, left edge, Wara on him. Brown trying to build on a 1-point lead, pass to the lane, and a whistle for Barnes can get a shot. Trent over near his own bench, driving, and as he fed the ball into the lane, he's fouled by Wara. The Raptors are in the penalty. Third foul on Wara, and Gary Trent Jr. will go twice. His dad, Gary Sr., played 9 NBA seasons. Both senior and junior have played or are playing for the Raptors. Gary Trent Sr. was a tremendous college player.
Yeah, Shaq of the Mac.
Yep.
And very contrasting games, the two of them.
Sure.
His dad, power forward, or undersized power forward, I'd say, but he played that position, but he was a man amongst boys in pain.
Trent made the foul shots. The Raptors fall asleep, and Smith lays it in.
You call it exactly right. They're having a great conversation walking down the floor, and Halliburton catches them sleeping.
Halliburton continues to add to his totals, 18 points, 14 assists. 100-99 Toronto, 49 and 3/10 seconds to play. Third quarter downtown. Pacers had a decent lead early, 13 points, but it's been close most of the night. Toronto's largest lead, 7. Flynn walks it across, right of the logo, working his way to the edge of the arc before giving it up. Now Trent has it way out left side. Picks up the bounce, lobs it to the left wing, and from there, Siakam will go one-on-one with Brown. Whips it to the foul line. Taking it there is Anunoby. He got to the goal, but he couldn't finish. Jalen Smith clears. 100-99 Toronto. 24 seconds left in the third. About 6 seconds separate game and shot clocks. Halliburton finds Wara wide open left side. Air ball. Halliburton caught it under the hoop and laid it in.
Wow. What an unintentional pass there by Wara. Halliburton catches and finishes.
20 points, 14 assists. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Indiana by 1. Siakam's going to take the last shot. He got to the foul line on Smith. He fakes. He's at the dotted half, and his shot clanks off the back of the rim as the third quarter draws to a close with the score. The Indiana Pacers 101 and the Toronto Raptors 100. This is the elevator. Advance Health.
Cheese or any murmurings about a 6-piece stack of crispy bacon, believe it. Trust the Big Cheesy. Embrace the bacon. All the Arby's burger rumors are true. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Introducing PointsBet, now a Fanatics experience. Whether you need one more basket to hit the over or a defensive stop for the under, the only guarantee this season is that anything can happen. But the one thing you can count on is PointsBet's Power Hour. Check the app daily from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern for exclusive offer. PointsBet, a Fanatic experience. More rewards than ever before. Must be 21 plus and present in Indiana. Have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Fanatics Betting and Gaming's acquisition of PointsBet is pending regulatory approval in Indiana.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Hey Pacers fans, this is TJ McConnell. If you know me, you know I have to have my coffee before every game. That's why Jack's Donuts and I are partnering to bring you my new hand-selected coffee roast, the TJ McConnell Breakaway Blend. With every purchase, Jack's Donuts and I will donate 100% of the proceeds to Firefight Children and Family Alliance, an organization that helps build stronger families and communities. The TJ McConnell Breakaway Blend is available at any Jack's Donuts location for a limited time, so get yours now.
Well, since the Pacers jumped out to that early 13-point lead in the first quarter, this one has been really competitive throughout, and that's the case here through three. 101-100, advantage Indiana. Buddy Hield has 26, bettered only by Pascal Siakam, who has 32. Here's Eddie Gill and Mark Boyle with the fourth.
Indiana right to left. With first crack comes Toronto with a chance to take the lead. Move it left to right. Play with Barnes and Flynn. Trent, Anunoby, and Chris Boucher is out there for the first time. First minute, fourth quarter, driving from the left side, missing a right hand from the side of the lane. Barnes, he got his own rebound. Flynn from the top sends it inside, and Boucher is fouled by Halliburton. He's on the line twice. That was another example of Toronto's expertise on the offensive glass, but overall, after a bad start, the Pacers have been much more competitive on the board. They were rebounded for by about a 2-1 margin for the first quarter and a half, but now they're only -4.
Yeah, it's been solid, and that's just the eighth offensive rebound. We want to keep an eye on it. Want to see that creep too high into those double digits as Boucher knocks down the first free throw. But the other component of that, as I referenced there, they're able to get just a couple more stops than they were earlier on.
Knocks down a pair of foul shots. Chris Boucher, 4 of 4 from the line. That's his scoring. Toronto by 1. 11:20 left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton, center of the floor. Left-hand bounce, gives to Hield. He passed up an open three. He bounced it once, and he hit a three.
Shot fake is impeccable by Buddy Hield and made three ball.
This guy has been uncanny with his shot the last 2 games since being reinserted into the starting lineup. 13 for 15 from three-point range. 104-102. Toronto down 2, attacking left to right. Flynn on top, down the right side, confronted by Hield. Got it off and scored. Nice work, Malachi Flynn. He's got 10 off of their bench. Game tied at 104. Halliburton's pass is deflected near side. Saved from going out of bounds. Terrific work by Barnes on the turnover. Anunoby comes down the left side, then feeds the top. Barnes is wide open, but he spots Boucher underneath, and he blew a wide open layup. But Flynn out-hustled Halliburton to the loose ball and came down the left side with a layup. A dozen for Flynn. Toronto back on top. Halliburton finds the open Jalen Smith. Fakes the three, shot fake, drives to the goal, and as he hits the rim right side, he's knocked down, and he'll be on the line twice.
Great pass there by Halliburton. He gets all the way into the paint, contorts his body to find Jalen Smith out on perimeter, and he gets a shot fake himself for a drive.
His numbers are
out to that guy on the perimeter.
Foul shot good. Indiana down one. One more for Jalen Smith. And the second one is clean. Pacers and Raptors tied at 106. Pacers have had difficulty getting to the line. They're just 9 of 12. Toronto, meanwhile, 19 of 21. Left of the circle. Barnes holds it head high. Sends it right of the lane. From there, Anunoby has his dribble. He'll use his left hand to the dot and a half. Misses the contested shot inside. Rebound Boucher off the glass. And the putback gives Toronto the lead back. 108-106. Halliburton left hand. He got Anunoby and catches in off the glass with the right.
Oh, what a finish there. Just jumps into the body. Cuts the angle off. Anunoby finishes.
22 points, 15 assists. Indiana and Toronto locked at 108. Left side, working the dribble on Anunoby, and he collides with Halliburton. Halliburton was able to establish position, and that's an offensive foul on Anunoby.
Halliburton does a nice job of what we call catching the move there. He was great anticipation in terms of what Anunoby wanted to do on the baseline.
Pacers can regain the lead. It's tied with 9:30 to play in the fourth. Right side heel, back to Halliburton. On the move to the wing. Sends it perimeter left. Nobody on Hield, and he missed the three. Long rebound scooped up on one hop. Anunoby sends it ahead. Trent takes it left wing against Halliburton. Now Barnes comes over, sets a screen, peels down low, stepping back, launching and missing a three. Trent, but right to the goal. Barnes caught it right in front, two hands, and slammed it in the same motion.
That offensive rebound starting to be problematic here.
110-108. Halliburton right side, step back right corner. That's an air ball. Under the goal, Trent has it. Toronto trying to build here on a 110-108 lead. Just under 9 minutes to play in the fourth. They'll play it to the left wing. Cross-court pass. Barnes broken up, but the alert Trent picked it up. And as he came down the right side and tried to finish, he's called out. Now they're discussing it. They called him for an offensive foul. And now they are going to review it.
Well, Halliburton goes down for a brief moment, and right on par with what typically happens when a guy goes down. They usually confer. Now we get the review.
44 left, 2-point Toronto lead. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings with rebates at Bell Tire's Black Friday sale. With extended hours Friday, Saturday, and Monday only. Plus, get up to $854 in free lifetime tire maintenance, so you won't need new tires 1 mile too soon. All tires, all brands, any budget. Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings. Shop online and you'll save time. Sale ends Monday, so get up to $260 in savings and get the lowest tire price period at Bell Tire. See store or belltire.com for details. Restrictions apply.
It's more fun to be here live to see the Indiana Pacers hit the court. And when you need tickets, Ticketmaster's got you covered with a wide selection of seats available for every game. As the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Pacers in the NBA, Ticketmaster gives you more ways to find your perfect seat, whether you're making plans in advance or heading to the game last minute. And if your plans change, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell or transfer your tickets. Plus, mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Buy or sell tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Pacers.
Get revved up to strike gold with the best ticket deals of the season.
Halliburton finds Turner, who pounds it home. I like the action.
Pacer tickets starting at just $5.
Lob it up, throw it down, Toppin. Get him into it.
Gold Friday presented by KeyBank is your chance to get tickets to some of the biggest games starting at just $5. These deals won't last long. Head to Pacers.com/Gold Friday. That's Pacers.com/Gold Friday to get yours.
To the goal. A boarded in on a block shot by Jalen Smith. 111-110 Pacers way out on the left edge, a shot clock violation as Anunoby got the three off in time, but it didn't hit the rim. His dunk was denied, and then he missed a three as the shot clock expired.
Yeah, once again, that was the second play for the Raptors. I don't think they've done a great job of tracking the shot clock there. They just launched that one in the last second.
Turnovers, 15 Toronto, 13 Indiana. Halliburton, center of the floor. Left edge field, he's had another good one. Gives it up, and Mathurin sends it back to the center of the floor. Halliburton to the sideline, and a 3-second violation.
Yeah, Jalen Smith doesn't do a great job of clearing there. He's got Malachi Flynn down there begging for the basketball. He called for 3 seconds in the paint.
14th turnover, Toronto down one. Here they come, left to right. Malachi Flynn running the offense. He blows right by Hield. It in with a right-hand finish.
Sneak attack.
Flynn has 14 points, and that's noteworthy in that he only averages 5.5 plus. 12-1-11, Toronto back on top. Halliburton looks to get the two back and does so with a little right-hand push shot from the dotted half circle. 113-112. Flynn's 14 points, a season high. He's got the ball now, and he comes across left of center. Picks up the dribble, hands to Trent, takes it back. Far corner, nobody's on Boucher. Doesn't cost the Pacers anything. He missed it. Rebound, offensive. They've been all over the offensive glass, but the putback from Barnes won't go either. Indiana will try now to build on a 1-point lead. Halliburton attacking, stepping back. There's the three, and the rainbow hits the side of the rim. Here comes Toronto, still down one, 6:55 to go. It's Flynn in control. Center of the floor, Barnes. Barnes versus Smith, back to Flynn. Barnes screens, Flynn drives in the lane, fakes once, outside it goes, 10 to shoot. Trent being played by Mathurin. And now, before anything can unfold with the shot clock down to 6, we have a foul on Hield. That's his first, team second, and it takes us to a timeout. 6 minutes, 40. Seconds left for Parker, a pickleball Parkinson's event at Grand Park Event Center in Westfield. Midway through the fourth, Pacers up one. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Upland Brewing Company is proud to be an official partner of the Indiana Pacers. Upland has been brewing award-winning craft beers right here in Indiana for 25 years. Whether you're looking to explore striking new flavors or sit back with a pint of Dragonfly, Indiana's best-selling IPA, Upland beers are the perfect pairing for rooting on the blue and gold wherever you are. Join us at any of our 6 locations or find us at a grocery store near you. As always, Upland reminds you to drink responsibly and go Pacers.
Pacers fans, did you know that nationwide, 82% of 8th graders from low-income families are not proficient in math? Failing a math class in middle school is a key indicator for dropping out of high school, a challenging scenario which limits financial and social outcomes for most young people. That's why the Indiana Pacers and Eli Lilly and Company Foundation have partnered to bring NBA Math Hoops to any school or after-school program in the Indianapolis area. NBA Math Hoops is a fun, engaging board game that teaches kids fundamental math and social skills. Email foundation@pacers.com for more information.
CareSource provides Healthy Indiana plan benefits, but we also realize that our members' strength depends on their circumstances, like having dependable transportation. That's why our driver's license reinstatement program helps our members overcome obstacles so they won't miss work and vital appointments. A healthy Indiana depends on more than just health care. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star is going to give you that story. Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. Indy Star will get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for their success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. But if you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
In downtown Indianapolis, 21 lead changes tonight. The game's been high. He'll play it in from the near side. Schroeder and Barnes. Siakam has returned. Pirtle and Trent. They look to regain the lead. Siakam bouncing right edge of the arc. Shot clock at 9. Barnes facing the goal. Turner has returned from Indiana. Open man drifting to his left is Siakam. He missed a catch and shoot three. McConnell rebounds. Indiana now with McConnell and Mathurin. Brown on the floor. Toppin and Turner. Pacers by 1. 6:20 left in the fourth. Pacers right to left in white. Toronto is in red. McConnell left hand to the top of the circle. Bounce to the left side. Mathurin attacks. Coming in on multiple defenders from the left side. He lays it in with a right hand.
Navigating traffic there to get that layup to go.
115, 112. Walking it up this time is Schroeder. Will snap it left edge. It's knocked away by Brown. Stolen by Mathurin. Brown to the other end, and he laid it up and in. Brown with 11, and Toronto will take timeout. The Pacers have moved in front by 5, and 117-112. 5 minutes, 53 seconds remaining. Let's go down to Pat Boiler.
Well, on one hand, the game that has this much offense we talked about last night, no lead feels safe. On the other hand, this has been such a competitive game really since the first quarter that this lead does feel significant. In fact, only a couple times since early in the second quarter has the lead even hit 5 points. Toronto took a brief 6-point lead midway through the third, and otherwise this one has been within 3 points for the entire second half in either direction, Pacers or Raptors. So Indiana's 5-point lead does stand out right now. Mark, this is a point that you brought up yesterday during the day, but it has been true again here tonight. The Pacers have the best 3-point made differential in the NBA. They've hit 8 more threes than Toronto here tonight. Typically a recipe for success. The problem is they have the worst free throws made differential in the NBA, and right now they're -9 from the free throw line. So those two are coming close to canceling each other out in a game where the Pacers lead by 5.
And then you throw in the offensive rebounding that Toronto has been able to use to great advantage tonight, and you see some of the areas where the game have, at least in terms of field goal percentage. Toronto 15 of 37. Now that's something you can live with. On the night, though, still at 53%.
Yeah, much better performance defensively here in this second half, particularly here in this fourth quarter. Really slows offense down here of the Raptors. Going to keep an eye on Siakam, has just checked back into the ball game. He's had 32 through 3 quarters. He's at the first part of this fourth quarter. See if we get him going. The other pieces, try to steal a couple minutes here. I referenced the strategy behind Rick Carlisle in terms of the substitution here on the back-to-back. No Tyrese Halliburton right now in the lineup. Almost getting close to closing time. You're able to get that 5-point burst right there with him sitting down. 5:53 remaining.
I don't know whether this is true or not, but these teams are both on back-to-back. The Pacers are used to playing at a much brisker pace, so if the game's at their pace, doesn't the back-to-back hurt Toronto a little bit more, not usually playing at that pace?
Yeah, definitely advantage Pacers, in reference to the 3-point prowess that Pat Boylan referenced there. Really have an advantage there, but be interested to see how these matches unfold here in the last 5:53.
Indiana by 5. This last stretch that led to the Toronto timeout is our KeyBank key stretch of the game. The Pacers by 5. The Raptors with the ball in red, left to right. Indiana defends in white. Pirtle out to get it, right wing. Turner defense. Pirtle looks at the lane, bounces it inside, and Barnes scores off the glass.
The Raptors have had an advantage here with their out-of-time execution with their offensive plays.
117, 114. McConnell to Mathurin, back to McConnell. Outside the arc, left side of the floor, returns to Mathurin. He drives it left and hops into the lane, and his shot falls off the front of the rim. Barnes clears. Toronto down 3, 5:17 left. Barnes top of the He's had a good game tonight with a season high 14. He's playing with Schroeder right now. Normally he backs Schroeder up. Flynn moves to his left, and his 3 is off target. Pirtle saves it on the baseline, and McConnell fouls Flynn as Pirtle sent it outside. McConnell knocked him down. That's his 5th. Indiana's 3rd. Another offensive rebound, giving the Raptors another possession.
Yeah, situation. That one falls significantly short. Just raised the rim. Pirtle's able to save it.
They're starting to exert their influence on the board now. They're +9 as Schroeder drives down the right side and scoops it in. 23 for Schroeder. One night after he had a season-high 24 in Orlando. 117-116. Con will advance. Right of the logo center, 4:44 to play. Moves it to the right wing, picked up by Schroeder. Drives the baseline into the near corner. Brown will launch, but his three is off. And now Toronto can go for the lead. 4:35 to go. Schroeder moving to the right edge of the arc, center of the floor. Lob into the lane. Pirtle can't handle it on the Toronto turnover. Back the other way is Brown. Brown through traffic, lays it in, and he's fouled. Brown went through the lane. There were multiple defenders there, and he somehow cracked through all of them and laid it in as he was fouled.
That's a beautiful play there. Once again, Raptors just haven't been great in some of these possessions. Defensive transition, not the Pacers' problem. Bruce Brown does a great job of attacking, drawing the foul finish.
119-116 foul on Schroeder, and it's Brown, 2 of 2 in this game. Now 3 of 3.
And our Raptors being able to steal some minutes there with Halliburton on the bench. They actually increased their lead, 4-point lead now as he reinserts himself back into the game.
And he is playing with Toppin, Brown, Turner, and Hield, the original starting 5. The Pacers in front by 4. Here Flint, the foul line, zings it to the far sideline, and Siakam caught it on the sideline, right in his own bench. Toronto turns it over for the 19th time. That's 43 turnovers in 2 nights. Still 4 minutes left in this game. But have been bothered by careless ball handling, careless mistakes. On top, Hield drives and kicks. Halliburton with a 3-ball. That one brought rain from out on the right edge.
Big time shot there by Halliburton, increasing this lead here.
7-point advantage. Schroeder sends it inside, and they counter quickly with Siakam now with 34 points. But his team down 5 with 3:42 remaining. Halliburton walks it through the logo this time. Turner sets the high screen, and that's a moving screen.
And the ball going to give that turnover to Tyrese Halliburton. He goes a step too quickly there. You got to let your big get set before you go.
3 minutes and 37 seconds left to play. A timeout comes with the Pacers leading by 5. Our Indiana Soybean Alliance versatile bench player of the game tonight is Jalen Smith. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a blocked shot in 19 minutes of work as he comes off the bench. Indiana Soybean Alliance wants to remind fans that soybeans are the versatile crop of Indiana, providing Hoosiers with food, fuel, and fiber every day. It's been really kind of interesting the way Rick Carlisle has used his backup big men this season. He said in training camp, Eddie, that he wasn't sure how he would play the 3 at the time Daniel Tice was still on the roster. Jalen Smith and Isaiah Jackson are still here, and it seems like one night it's one guy, another night it's another guy, and regardless of which one gets called on, both have played major roles. Last night, for example, Jackson was outstanding in Atlanta.
Yeah, there's no question. Jalen Smith has been his go-to guy, primary backup. But in some cases, both he and Miles Turner both have foul trouble. Insert Isaiah Jackson for some spot minutes. Last night, Isaiah Jackson gets another opportunity due to some injuries. But I give Isaiah Jackson a ton of credit. It's incredibly difficult to do what he's been able to do with inconsistent minutes, not know when you're going to go out there. And it could be 3 minutes here, 7 minutes there. But he's really been focused on going out there and just playing as hard as he can and making a difference. He's been able to get that done.
Back-to-back for both teams. Raptors 0-2. Pacers 1-1 in these second game situations. Toronto has lost 9 of 10 on the road in the second game of back-to-backs over the last 2 years, and they're down 5 here. Schroeder has it out of the timeout, down the right side, stripped by Hield, off of Schroeder and out of bounds.
Fantastic play by Buddy Hield. He's made a number of great defensive plays in crucial moments in some of these games throughout this early part of the season.
3 minutes, 14 seconds left. Pacers by 5. Halliburton has it. Dancing up top near the logo, drives to his right, hooks it to his left. Hield takes it from there. He's in the lane. Far corner, open man Brown, or I thought he was open, but Pirtle somehow got over there and blocked the shot. Back the other way, Barnes, right edge, 3-ball flat, rebound in the lane. Here comes Brown for Indiana, 2:54 left. On the drive, kick out right edge, Toppin lets it go and missed a 3 short. And now it's Schroeder on the go. Forecourt left for Toronto. They're down by 5, 2:43 to play. Schroeder sends it left of the lane. Backing in Siakam, back to Schroeder. They left him all alone and he hit a 3.
That's it, and that was the adjustment I was looking for from the Pacers. They go to double team Siakam in that little mid-post area, but just too slow on the rotation for the three-point line.
10 of 15 from the floor, season high 26 for Schroeder. And now right down the middle of the lane with no resistance at all, Halliburton scores. He's got 29 to go with those 16 assists. Indiana leading by 4. Top of the circle, Schroeder. Played by Heel. Bounce left of the lane. Working his way inside Barnes. They work it back outside. On the drive, right side, up and under is Anunoby. And he didn't score, but he was fouled and will shoot it twice.
MJB, going back to that last possession, the Raptors make a basket. Somehow, once again, they're cross-matched. No communication on their defensive transition. Jakob Poeltl is on the perimeter guarding Tyrese Halliburton in transition.
Not exactly what you're looking for.
Halliburton just abuses him as he should have.
Anunoby connects. His first trip to the line, he's got 9 points. Trent Jr. is back in. Poeltl is out for Toronto. Tyrese Halliburton is 1 point shy of his 4th 30-point game this season. He had his most recent one last night in Atlanta. 125, 122, 2 minutes to play. And now it's a 2-point game as Anunoby knocks down a pair. Pacers come ahead, right to left in white, Toronto in red. 1:55 to go. Indiana 2 points better than Toronto. Halliburton up top. Moves to his right, still holding the bounce outside the arc. Left hand got him into the lane. On top, it's Hield. Hield moves to the foul line. Can't get the shot away. Shot clock to 4. Hield has it down to Turner. Shot clock to 1. Turns inside. Posting left block, and his right hand falls off the front of the rim. Toronto can tie or take the lead with 90 seconds to go. Schroeder on top, bounce pass high post right. Siakam goes right at Hield. In the corner, the open man with the catch and shoot is Anunoby, and Toronto has the lead.
Wow, Siakam passed on a layup attempt to kick that out.
Lobs to Hield, left hand bounce to the foul line. Down the right side, off the glass.
Has his way with Schroeder there.
Hield with his first 30-point game of the season has 31. Indiana up 1:66 seconds to play, and now Schroeder drives inside, can't complete the play. His right hand dances off the rim. Under a minute to go. The Pacers with the ball and a 1-point lead. Halliburton handling on the low at center court. The defender is Anunoby in the crowd, rising to its feet. Halliburton working the left hand. Shot clock at 8. Perimeter right. 1 bounce and Hield left a 3-ball short. Schroeder has it. 40 seconds left. Toronto racing to the fourth. They're down by 1. And on the right sideline, Halliburton fouls Siakam on the catch. That is not a good foul. It puts them in the penalty. Halliburton wants the Pacers to challenge it.
No, you can't challenge this. This is definite foul here. Siakam gets the matchup he wants there, and just battling for position.
100% correct call, not even worth debating. For sure. So they're in the penalty at 35 and 9/10 seconds. And they can take the lead. 34 points for Siakam. 35 as he hits the first.
Now as you look at this, 35 seconds, 35.9 remaining. Do the Pacers flatten it, let Halliburton go quickly, try to get a quick one.
Game tied. In these close games, the Pacers have struggled in recent seasons. This year, though, they're 1-1. And by close games, I mean games decided by 3 points or less. Siakam tied the game and now gives Toronto the lead, 36 points. Indiana will take a timeout. That'll leave them with 1. Toronto has 2. The Raptors also have a foul to give, which often comes into play in these situations. They are shooting the penalty. The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same, putting you in control of your own financial future. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. This is an interesting point in the game for obvious reasons. It's a one-point game, but specific to this possession. Using the time, quick attempt and a 2-for-1, but at the same time, Eddie, you don't want to force anything just to get 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is a very interesting opportunity here for the Pacers coaching staff and what they elect to do. You could also elect to use the length of the floor, and you run the risk of the Raptors extending a little bit of pressure and slowing you down, but now you have Tyrese Halliburton on the run, and you have to try to slow him down on the run, pushing the ball up the floor with some pace, and still looking to be able to get him either getting to the rim. Maybe you run some action for Buddy Hield coming off of the screen. Looks like they're going to advance it and get something here in the forecourt.
One of the reasons, if they do win, that Toronto will have won this game, they've out-rebounded the Pacers in this quarter 15-4.
Yeah, and again, they've done a lot of damage on the offensive rebound. Now they've got 13 offensive rebounds.
They're up by 1. Pacers have the ball near side. Full shot clock. They do advance. Flynn will challenge the inbound from Brown, although not aggressively, and Halliburton has it. Looking for the quick 2. He got to the right wing. He leans in. He fires and scores.
I like it. Something quick. He's able to get Anunoby off balance and knocks it in.
So the Pacers are up. Toronto takes one of its 2 remaining timeouts. 129-128. Our Kroger performance of the game tonight turned in by Tyrese Halliburton. 31 points, 16 assists, another double-double, and the Pacers lead by 1. They should get the ball back regardless of what happens, unless Toronto misses a shot and gets an offensive rebound, which is entirely possible based on what we've seen.
Yeah, this is I referenced this a little bit early on. Their Toronto Raptors ATO situations, after timeout situations, they've been really good with their offensive execution, being able to come up with something good, at least a quality look for their team. So I'll be interested to see what they draw up here and how the Pacers defend it.
Let's go down to the floor, see what's happening down there with Pat.
Pacers huddling up right now, Mark. Indiana obviously hoping to get a stop and that this doesn't come into play, but it'll be an interesting decision if that doesn't happen. Rick Carlisle has stated over and over.
You know what you're doing in this situation, whether it's a made or made basket by the Raptors.
Full shot clock, half go. Toronto inbounds. They're down 1. Hard drive right side, and Barnes just blows in. 2-hand slam, and Turner fouled him. He just caught that pass out near the arc right side. He spun and went right to the goal with 0 resistance. Turner got there late and committed the foul.
Listen, I don't recall the opponent. It happened a couple seasons ago. The Pacers called that exact same play for Domantas Sabonis, and he won a game where he faked the handoff and gets to the rim for the lay-in.
So they're up by 1, 27 1/10 to go. Both teams have a timeout left. Barnes to the line, trying to make it a 2-point game. He's made both of his foul shots in this game. He has scored 18 points. And now 19, a big 3-point play for the Raptors. Pacers will hang on to the timeout, bring it the length of the floor. 23 seconds left. Halliburton drives, right-hand floater, no. Rebound loose. Toronto has it, and Indiana will have to foul. Brown does, getting Barnes.
Here's what I like, though. You don't get the made basket there, but I like the fact that Tyrese Halliburton, there was no hesitation. Right to left crossover. He's trying to get to the rim, either draw foul or finish. Still have plenty of time.
This is an important trip to the line. He can make this a 2-possession game with 16 6/10 to go. They're up by 2. He just made 2. Or just made 1, I'm sorry, on a 3-point play. And now this one, Boy, how did that not go? It looked like it was 80% down, and somehow it crawled out.
Goodness gracious, how did that ball not go down? But to the Pacers' fortune there, that ball pops out.
So it's a one-possession game regardless. It's either 2 or 3 points, unless, of course, they get an offensive rebound, but they won't have the chance. The free throw makes it a
option play here. And now, unless they completely elect to say, hey, we're going to get a three-point shot regardless, then you run that set. But every coach in the league has a couple sets in which you can get something quick at the rim and have an opportunity, but you have something on the backside or even on the strong side in terms of a three-point look.
Lead has changed hands 25 times tonight. Game's been tied 16 times. Pacers with the ball, down 3, 16 and 6/10 left. 10 seconds here. Network station identification. This is Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
Pacers will go with Halliburton, Hield, Brown, Turner, and Toppin. And they'll play it in from the far side hash. Brown will inbound. Halliburton is in the backcourt. Everybody else in the forecourt. Flynn and Schroeder are out there. Barnes and Anunoby. The fifth man is Siakam for Toronto. Pacers down 3. Brown will make the inbound, and he'll get it in quickly. Hield has it, and they had a foul to give. Schroeder took it. There was really no reason to take it then. Only a second off the clock. That's just a total waste of a valuable asset.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was I have no idea behind the strategy of that, but now you have to just play defense.
Both teams in the penalty. 3-point separation between the Raptors and Pacers. Indiana with the ball. Quick drive to the goal, and Halliburton is fouled. His shot hit the bottom of the rim as he was pushed. Coming down the right side, and he'll go to the line twice. Anunoby picks up his third. The Pacers in the penalty as well for the final 11 and 2/10 seconds. The first time in the game they've gotten to the penalty. This would have been a 2-shot trip regardless.
We got a challenge here. Now looking at the replay, this is going to be dicey. I love the play call by the Pacers. You extend Tyrese Halliburton to the length of the floor, and he takes a handoff with a full head of steam going to the rim.
Well, have you seen the replay?
I did. Definitely a good challenge here. And like I said, I do love the call. You give yourself an opportunity. Here you go.
From above the basket.
Oh.
That's minimal contact.
Look at Anunoby as he tries to retreat to avoid contact.
And the other thing about the contact, I think if you're going to call it, then it's a sideline inbound. He did put his hand on the driving Halliburton's shoulder, if only briefly, but that was well before the shot.
Yeah.
So you could.
There's minimal contact from shoulder to shoulder on the attempt.
I completely agree. I think this call is going to be overturned.
Oh, there. Whoa.
Here's another look at it.
That will not be received well.
No.
I don't know if it's enough to overturn.
Yeah, we'll soon find out.
Okay,
but you see what I'm talking about there. If there is a foul, it's non-shooting, right?
Well, they're going to call it on the gather. I think they would still call it on the gather.
Very generous if they do.
Yeah, well, we agree there, but we've seen more.
Yes, oh yes.
We've seen the generosity
many times.
For sure. They've got
After review, Toronto's challenge is unsuccessful.
Okay.
The defender makes shoulder-to-shoulder contact in the upward shooting motion. There will be 2 free throws.
Yeah, that was the
I'm not saying that's the wrong call, but it's a very fortunate call.
Yes.
Because it easily could have gone the other way.
Yes. Now, to that end, if there was a no call, there, although you can't
challenge a no call, can you? Pat knows the rules. Pat, you can't challenge a no call, can you?
That's correct. You can't challenge a no call, but I agree with Eddie's spirit here on this. I think call on the floor is what ends up standing, correct? Not necessarily confirming
First foul shot, Halliburton good. Now it's too early, is it not, to miss intentionally here? Far too early.
No, far too early, and then you still have time on the clock. Maybe you can get one trap here and see if you can create a turnover prior to fouling. You still got 12.4 on the clock.
Both teams out of timeout, so they'll bring it the length. It's a 2-point game. It's a 1-point game. Halliburton hits both. He has scored 13 of his 33 in the fourth.
They will extend pressure here.
132 to 131. Siakam will play it in, and he'll get it in quickly to Barnes. They trap Barnes in the backcourt. He heaves it into the forecourt, and on the catch, and is fouled out. Only 57% coming in.
Which is, he's definitely a better free throw shooter than that. Got a little pressure on him here.
First one, no. Well, you should be no worse than down 2, but based on what we've seen, you almost feel like a missed free throw would not be good for the Pacers because they haven't been able to claim defensive rebounds.
Yeah, they do a nice job here just now. They switch. They put Miles Turner over there with Scotty Barnes. Obi Toppin here, and Halliburton looks to pinch Pascal Siakam.
Pacers will have to go the length of the floor. Trent missed the first and the second. 1-point game, 7 seconds left. Halliburton, left side high, dead on 3, and a banker won't go. He'll let it go, and it slammed off the glass, hit the rim, and fell away. Toronto wins it by 1. Your thoughts on that last possession?
My goodness, once again, the Raptors are on another planet and lose Buddy Hield, the guy who's made the most threes in the last couple games, anyone in the league. And lucky for them, he's too open. Some of those times, I can assure you, he didn't anticipate to be that open at the top of the key.
So the Raptors beat the Pacers. Full details coming on the Connecticut post-game report. Tonight's final score: the Toronto Raptors 132, the Indiana Pacers 131. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
I've dreamt of having a place where everyone can get together. Now that the backyard is redone, we can finally host.
We dream of exploring in our golden years. Just the two of us, the RV, and the open road.
Can hardly believe I'm taking over the family business. What a dream come true.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Pacers fans, did you know that nationwide, 82% of 8th graders from low-income families are not proficient in math? Failing a math class in middle school is a key indicator for dropping out of high school, a challenging scenario which limits financial and social outcomes for most young people. That's why the Indiana Pacers and Eli Lilly and Company Foundation have partnered to bring NBA math hoops to any school or after-school program. Hoops is a fun, engaging board game that teaches kids fundamental math and social skills. Email foundation@pacers.com for more information.
With NBA League Pass, you get so much game.
Even regular season games?
Yep.
Even some of the in-season tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Can I watch home and away team broadcasts?
Oh, yeah.
Can I watch from my phone while I take a long bath?
Sure.
And if my team wins, can I stand up super fast and splash water everywhere and scream, yes, that's right!
Hey, could we get a normal fan for this commercial? Subscribe at NBA.com/League Pass today. Only select out-of-market games available and local blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Papa John's and Shaq are at it again with the Shaq-a-roni.
It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger.
Just look at those huge foldable Shaq-sized slices loaded with extra cheese.
Topped with extra pepperoni.
Okay. It's a big pizza with a big impact because Papa John's donates $1 from every Shaq-a-roni sold to the Papa John's Foundation.
Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-roni.
Only at Papa John's.
Halliburton from midcourt, and he hit it.
This has been Indiana Pacers basketball.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers.
What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand.
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome to Pacers Postgame, presented by Connecticut Water System.
Rebound slapped off the glass, grabbed by Horford. Recycle by Turner.
Here again, the voice of the Pacers, Mark Boyle.
Tough one on the home floor tonight, a game that featured 26 lead changes and 16 ties. Saw the Toronto Raptors beat the Pacers 132-131. They improved to 7-8. Indiana drops to 8-6. We will go over this one in more detail. Around the league, there are 14 games in the league tonight. 28 of the 30 teams are in action. We will also take a look at Friday's game with Detroit, the last in-season tournament game before the knockout round, which the Pacers have already qualified for. And then a visit with Eddie White as we get ready for Pacers overtime following our coverage here with the Connecticut postgame report. Stay with us, please. The Pacers lose to the Raptors tonight, 132-131. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
It's more fun to be here live to see the Indiana Pacers hit the court. And when you need tickets, Ticketmaster's got you covered with a wide selection of seats available for every game. As the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Pacers in the NBA, Ticketmaster gives you more ways to find your perfect seat, whether you're making plans in advance or heading to the game last minute. And if your plans change, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell or transfer your tickets. Plus, mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Buy or sell tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Pacers.
They don't call it Sailor Jerry's spiced rum for nothing. We make our rum in the name of Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, father of the old school tattoo. You've seen them before. Bright, bold now. Still made the old school way. 92 proof with all natural spices and flavors. This is a solid drink, no matter how you like it. Respect his legacy. Drink Sailor Jerry responsibly.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
At Ascension St. Vincent, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare in Indianapolis. Our cardiologists and heart and vascular surgeons are recognized for delivering the most advanced heart and vascular care. Patients choose us for leading brain tumor and stroke care, and families come to Peyton Manning Children's Hospital for advanced specialty care. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately. Get the care you need at Ascension.org.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm Mark Boyle. This is the Connecticut postgame report. Let's take a closer look at a game that saw 26 lead changes tonight. The game was tied 16 times. The Raptors win it by 1. They are now 7-8 overall, 3-4 on the road. Going back to last season, they had lost in the back end of back-to-backs 9 of the last 10 times that they tried it on the road. So this was a rarity for them and they pulled it within one game of 500. 17 on the roster. 12 active, all available, 9 played, all scored, 5 got to double figures. Big night tonight for Pascal Siakam, 36 points. His third game of 30 or more this season. He had 13 of 24 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 9 of 11 from the foul line. Dennis Schroeder had a season-high 26 points, 20 points for Scotty Barnes. Malachi Flynn played a big role off of their bench, a season-high 14 points. 8 points off the bench for Gary Trent Jr. Jakob Poeltl scored 6 points. So did Chris Booth. He scored 3. Grady Dick, Jalen McDaniels, and Temple, all active, none played. The inactive players for Toronto, Precious Achua, who sat this one out with a sore right knee, missed 5 games earlier with a bad groin. They also played, as they have all season, without backup big man Christian Koloko. He has not played at all because of a respiratory illness this season. And the other 3 inactive players for Toronto were the two-way G League players. Rookie Javon Freeman-Liberty from DePaul. Ron Harper Jr., the son of the one-time NBA veteran with the Bulls, Lakers, Cavs. Very good player for a number of years. Junior has worked his way through the G League in his second year out of Rutgers. And the third man, Marquise Noel, a rookie out of Kansas State. The Pacers fall to 8-6. Their home record is 5-4. They are now 1-2 in the second game of back-to-backs. They had some issues tonight in terms of manpower. 17 on the roster. Only 12 were active. All were available. 9 played, 8 scored, all 5 starters to double figures. 2 of them 30-plus. Tyrese Halliburton with 33, his 4th 30-point game this season. 12 of 22 from the floor, 5 of 10 from long range, 4 of 5 from the foul line. 13 of those 33 came in the fourth quarter. 31 points, a season high for Buddy Hield, second start. And both have been outstanding. He had a season-high 24 last night in Atlanta, and in his 2 starts this season, last night and now tonight, he's connected on 21, 28 shots from the floor, and from three-point range, 13 of 18. Tonight he hit 7, and that moved him into 10th place. He's only been here for 15 minutes. He's 10th place. Now on the Patriots' all-time three-point field goal list, he passed Mark Dunleavy. He is 5 behind Troy Murphy, who at the moment is 9th. The rest of the scoring, double figures for Miles Turner with 17, 16 for Obadiah Toppin Jr. Bruce Brown Jr. had 14. Off of the bench, Jalen Smith with 8, T.J. McConnell 7, Benedict Mathurin 5. Jordan Nwora didn't score, missed all 5 of his shots. Isaiah Jackson, Ben Shepard, and Jarris Walker available. None played. The inactive players, Andrew Nemhard, who's missed the last game this season. He has a sore right wrist. And then you've got the 3 two-way G League players, Kendall Brown, Isaiah Wong, and Oscar Shibwe, none of whom have played the game this season. Shibwe, by the way, continues to dominate in the G League for the Indiana Mad Ants. He had 28 more rebounds, 10 in the first quarter in a game earlier today. Otherwise, bench scoring, normally a Pacers' strength. They lead the league in bench scoring. They didn't have 2 players. The rotation's a bit different. Bench outscored 31-20. Both teams shot well. Indiana 55%, Toronto 53%. Both teams shot well from three-point range. Better than well, really. Exceptionally well. 46% Indiana, 41% Toronto. The Pacers took more shots and outscored the Raptors by 21, 54-33 from outside the arc. But from the line, although both teams shot well, Toronto got there nearly twice as often. They were 25 of 30, Indiana 13 of 16, the Raptors 83%, the Pacers 81%, and the Raptors outscored the Pacers by 12. Rebounding, a big story. Toronto out-rebounded the Pacers by better than a 3-1 margin in the fourth quarter when the game was being decided on the night, a healthy advantage. 46-31, 13-5 on the offensive end. The Pacers had shown promise earlier in the season. Rebounding, we know, was a weak point last season. 28th in the league, last in the league in defensive rebounding. For the most part, through the first several games, they were right around the middle of the pack, upper half. But recently, the problems have resurfaced, and this minus 15 is just the latest example of that. Individually, Barnes had 11 rebounds to go with 20 points. 6th double-double of the year for him. Siakam, who had an excellent all-around game, had 10 rebounds to go with his 36 points, his 3rd double-double of the year. The Pacers' best rebounder with 8 was Turner. Toronto had 26 assists on 48 field goals. The leader for the Raptors with a season-high 6 was Pirtle. Indiana had 33 assists on 50 baskets as usual. Halliburton, the leader, with 16 against just 3 turnovers. It is his 11th double-double of the season, and it is the 4th time that he has collected at least 15 assists. Indiana, no individual with more than 2 turnovers. Toronto beat last night in Orlando, gave it away 24 times. Tonight a little better, but still not good. They turned it over 19 more times. Indiana committed 15, and the Pacers scored a whopping 32 points off of those Toronto turnovers, while the Raptors scored 21 off of the Indiana errors. Close game throughout. The Pacers jumped out to a 10-2 lead, would lead by as many as 13. But it was close most of the way. The lead changed hands 26 times tonight. The game was tied 16 times. At the end of the quarter, the Pacers were up by 8. At halftime, the Raptors led by 3. After 3, the Pacers led by 1. And as had been the case much of the game, things went back and forth. The Pacers did lead by 7, 123-116 with 4 minutes to go. But then Toronto went on a 10-2 run to take a 1-point lead. Buddy Hield got it back for the Pacers at 127-126 on a drive with 1:13 to go. Toronto retakes the lead on a pair of Siakam foul shots, and then Halliburton hits a floater with 31 seconds left. The Pacers back up 1. Toronto takes a timeout. They got the ball to Barnes out on the right edge. He just turned and blasted down the right side, dunked, was fouled by Turner, and hit the free throw to make it 131-129. Then another free throw, Barnes, to make it 132-129. Halliburton nailed a pair of foul shots with 12 4/10 seconds to go. 132-131 at that point. The Pacers had to foul. They did, and Trent missed both foul shots. Out of timeouts, the Pacers raced it to the forecourt, and they got Hield a decent look on top. The Raptors somehow lost the most prolific three-point shooter on the floor, and Hield had a good, clean look. Now, he was out closer to the logo than the three-point arc. Still, that's a shot he can make, but he put it up too hard. It hit the glass on the rim and fell away. Toronto wins 132-121. All-time series to the Pacers, 55-48. This was the first of 4 meetings between these teams. They'll play again here on February the 26th, the 2 games in Toronto, Feb 14 and April the 9th. Final tonight, 132-131. Toronto beats the Pacers by 1. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
With over 100,000 people across the country waiting for a life-saving organ transplant, your Indiana Pacers are asking you to say yes to organ donation. Our partners at Indiana Donor Network and Donate Life Indiana are working to end the wait for life-saving organs and want you to join the over 4 million Hoosiers who are already signed up as organ donors. Say yes when you're at the BMV or anytime at donatelifeindiana.org and talk to your family about your decision.
Just like the Indiana Pacers, U.S. Foods stands for quality, value, and commitment to their customers. From their state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, U.S. Foods is committed to meeting their customers' needs by providing quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and northern Kentucky. At U.S. Foods, it's what they do to bring guests into your business every day that truly makes the difference. Enjoy the game.
Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings with rebates at Bell Tire's Black Friday sale. With extended hours Friday, Saturday, and Monday only. Plus, get up to $854 in free lifetime tire maintenance, so you won't need new tires 1 mile too soon. All tires, all brands, any budget. Buy 4 tires and get up to $260 in savings. Shop online and you'll save time. Sale ends Monday, so get up to $260 in savings and get the lowest tire price period at Bell Tire. See store or belltire.com for details. Restrictions apply.
In downtown Indianapolis, the Pacers 1 point short of the Raptors, 132 to 131. Back-to-back for both. Both teams are now 1 and 2 in the second game of back-to-backs. Both teams will play their final in-season tournament game on Friday. Detroit is here. Chicago is in Toronto. The Pacers will continue of the outcome of Friday night's game. On to the scoreboard. All but 2 of the NBA teams are playing several finals in. Charlotte beat Washington 117-114. Wizards have lost 7 straight. In that game, LaMelo Ball scored 34. Miles Bridges back from suspension, 33 and 10 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma scored 28 points for the Wizards. They are now 2-12 on the season. In Orlando, the Magic win a 5th straight. They're 10-5 on the year. They take Denver 124 to 119. Franz Wagner had 27 points. Nikola Jokic with his usual brilliance for Denver, 34 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists. Atlanta, losers last night in that 157-152 shootout with the Pacers. Another shootout tonight. This one goes to overtime in Georgia. Hawks 147, snapping a 3-game slide. Brooklyn 145. Trae Young had 43 for the Hawks, and Mikal Bridges had 45 with 10 rebounds for the Nets. 2 other finals. Boston snaps Milwaukee's 5-game winning streak in Boston, 119-116. Jason Tatum 23 with 11 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 21 points and 13 rebounds for Milwaukee. Cleveland slaughtered tonight at home. They'd won 4 in a row, but Milwaukee hammered them 129-96. Kyle Lowry scored 28 for the Heat. Craig Porter Jr. 16 for the Cavaliers. Other games either in progress or not yet underway. Houston will snap its 3-game losing streak. 4 minutes plus to go in the fourth quarter. They lead Memphis 101-78. Memphis without the suspended Ja Morant for the first 25 games this season, fall to 3-11 after they won 50 games a season ago. Philadelphia is about to be bounced down in Minneapolis. Minnesota 112, Philadelphia 99, and now that game has ended. Minnesota 11-3 on the season, off to a fabulous start. In New Orleans, it's the Pelicans 108, Sacramento 107. That game in the final 4 minutes plus. Just over a minute to go in San Antonio. The Spurs, losers of 9 straight, are down again. It's the Los Angeles Clippers 102, San Antonio 95. Oklahoma City, with less than a minute to go on the home floor, is about to claim the 6th straight win. Blazers over Utah 17-11. The Blazers have lost 8 straight. The Jazz have dropped 3 in a row. Just underway in Arizona, the Suns, after a 5th straight win, trail Golden State 11-7. And the other game is in Los Angeles, and that will feature the Lakers, who have won their last 3, and Dallas, not yet underway. As far as the Central is concerned, the Pacers and Bucks plus the Cavs, the top 3 teams in the division, all lose. And Chicago is about to lose. Detroit is idle, so no change there. Milwaukee leads Indiana by a game and a half. Boston's win assures that they keep the top record in the East, 12-3. They also lead in the Atlantic, and Miami and Orlando share the top spot in the Southeast. Western Conference, best record, Minnesota. They lead Denver by a game and a half in the Northwest. The other divisional leaders are Sacramento, although that could change if they lose and the Lakers win, and Dallas in the Southwest. Final here, overtime. Close to it, not quite, but another one-possession game, and the Pacers fall just an eyelash short, losing to Toronto, 132-131. Detroit is in Friday. We'll talk about that. We'll also hear what Eddie White thinks about tonight's activities as he gets set to host Pacers overtime. All of that coming. The Connecticut postgame report continues. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Bust it. Papa John's and Shaq are at it again with the Shaq-a-roni.
It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger.
Just look at those huge foldable Shaq-sized slices loaded with extra cheese.
Topped with extra pepperoni.
Okay, it's a big pizza with a big impact because Papa John's donates $1 from every Shaq-a-roni sold to the Papa John's Foundation.
Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-roni.
Only at Papa John's.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Bet's Power Hour. Check the app daily, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern, for an exclusive offer. PointsBet, a Fanatics experience. More rewards than ever before. Must be 21 plus and present in Indiana. Have a gambling problem? Call 109 with it. Fanatics Betting and Gaming's acquisition of PointsBet is pending regulatory approval in Indiana.
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Text BOBO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
Toronto Raptors on the road defeat the Indiana Pacers 132-131. Next up, the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons have been off for a couple of days and will not play until Friday. They are really having a rough go of it. Worst record in the league, 2-13. They've lost their last 12. Now, this is the last in-season tournament game leading to the knockout round. The Pacers have already qualified. This one carries a little extra significance. Even though the Pacers have qualified, a win would put them 4-0 and obviously enhance their chances of getting home court for that knockout round. 4-0 does not guarantee it. There could still be tiebreakers involved, but a good chance you might have a home court. Certainly better than if you finish the four-game segment of the tournament at 3-1. Anyway, that's a 7 o'clock tip. It's an 8 o'clock tip. I'm sorry. We always have that 8 o'clock tip on the Friday after Thanksgiving. In this case with Detroit. And it's a festive Friday night downtown. The lighting of... Let's bring Eddie White in here. We've had this conversation, Eddie, many times. When I moved here, you know, I had never been to Indianapolis except to go through the airport. And so I didn't know about the downtown area. And when I first heard this town I was moving to in the fall of 1988 had the world's largest Christmas tree downtown. I was the cool orange down there on the circle. The cool tribute to Christmas down there on the circle. I will never call it a Christmas tree. Ever. Which doesn't mean I don't appreciate the festivity or the event itself. It's a really cool night downtown. It's not a tree.
That's why you need to stay out of marketing. Mr. Black and White. You just call the game and just stay over there.
Yeah, that's what I should do. But for me, it doesn't detract. I think that night down there when they light it is really cool.
It's fantastic because there's a stage set up and Santa's
100%,
there.
100%.
And it's all the families are together. It's a beautiful thing. And
it's one of the greatest nights of the year downtown.
It's done to resemble a Christmas tree. People take pictures in front of it. Is it an actual tree? No, of course not. But it looks like a tree. But it's not a tree. But it is a wonderful event, and I don't know what you call it.
100%. I'm with you all the way. It's a great event.
It's
I
not
never said otherwise.
You want to call it an ornament.
No, it's not an
ornament. You hang on trees. This thing you can't hang. It's a monument. I don't know what the hell it is, but it is what it is. Oy vey. All right, couple things.
Yes,
we
please.
got to try to play in-season tournament games every night. I mean, just play on red court, pink courts, aqua courts, whatever. Because when we play in-season tournament games, we're like a different ball club. This was a tough one, but I will say that I listened to you and Eddie, and let me say this, and you know me, I say things to you, and I really mean it. I know we all did, but I know you really loved your old partner, Slick Leonard.
Of course.
And you guys had a chemistry that, you rarely see maybe in basketball. You see a lot of times in old baseball tandems, over 30, 40 years. But you and Eddie Gill have really built something really cool. It's a good listen. You feed off each other. He works with your quirky personality, and so it's enjoyable to listen to when I'm driving over here, and then I'm walking around the building there and listen to it, and then you bring Pat in. It's really good. So one of the things I learned tonight is that we mean the Pacers, and we could say in the greatest 3-point differential deal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost plus 16 game.
That's unbelievable. But
yeah, it's great. It's great.
But we're last in free throw differential.
Minus 7 points a game or so.
And how do you get to the free throw line?
Well, I thought you were going to come up with a nightly rant about the officials. So
absolutely. Tonight, they shot. I'm not saying anything. I don't need to fire. This is not fake news. This is true stuff. They shot 30 free throws in a very competitive game. I believe there are 26 lead changes. Competitive with a capital C. 30 free throws, the team from Canada. They shoot 30 free throws. We shot 16. That's a differential of 14. And we lose by 1. And we're the team with the worst free throw differential in the league. If I can quote the great Bob Lamey, these officials. I mean, it's just, and again, I'm not insinuating anything. These are facts. It drives me crazy.
Go ahead. I'm going to go off course for just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you mentioned Bob Lamey, who we all knew and still know. I think he's moved to Florida. He was the Colts broadcaster for decades. When I came here in 1988, he was the Colts guy, and then at the time the Emma station lost the rights for a few years, and Joe McConnell did it. He was great also, and then Bob came back. And I haven't really followed the National Football League for quite some time. I listen to Colts games now because I learned stuff from Rick Venturi.
Yes.
I find him so interesting.
He's very good.
And I listen to Bob because he just always entertained me, even if he wasn't intending to do so. And my favorite Bob rant, he was the ultimate homer. He loved the Colts. He lived and died with every play. And so he became very emotional and thus very entertaining, at least to me. And he was a great broadcaster. I'm told he was a marvelous hockey broadcaster, but that's before I was here. So I never heard him do that, the old racers of the WHA. Anyway, I was listening to him one day, and there was a long pass down the field, and Bob thought it should have been pass interference, so he was fuming. Next play, the Colts try a long pass down the field. Bob thought it should be pass interference, and so he said, if they want the Colts to lose, they should just say so. But some of Bob's stuff was like New York Post back page-esque.
Yes.
In that you just waited for it every day.
Yeah. But you're right. He was a fan calling the game, and he loved the team tremendously. And but he would do those things I don't like. And there's some other guys around that when their team is losing, they don't give you the score. And especially in football. And that drives me crazy. And an absolute true story. I'm driving to Ohio for some reason. I remember it was Columbus, Ohio, and I'm listening to the Colts game on the radio, and they're playing the Houston Texans. And they must be getting killed because I'm on the road maybe 40 minutes. He never gives the score. I literally had to text Pete Ward from the Colts and said, Pete, I know you're in Houston. I know you're at the stadium. What's the score of your game? Because I'm listening to the game, and Lamey won't give me the score. And he goes, yeah, we're down 34-7.
That must have meant the Colts were losing, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they were getting clobbered.
One more. Now, I don't know if this is a true story, but an NBA official told me this story. And since he told it to me in confidence, I'm not going to tell you who it was, but it was many years ago. Bob used to do the Pacers back, I think in the late 70s, maybe early 80s. It was a while back. And in those days, the Pacers had trouble drawing, and the games were broadcast from courtside. So you could literally hear the broadcaster as you ran up and down the floor. And the officials, according to this guy, got tired of Bob's constant carping about their performance, and so they had a pool where if there was an out-of-bounds play where the ball was going to be entered from in front of the broadcast position, the two officials that collaborated, one throwing the ball to the other one so the other one could give it to the player to put it in, if they collaborated to let the ball go through and hit Bob in the head, they all got money.
No.
I don't know if it's true, but it was told to me by an official who was working in
Brother.
those years.
Oh, my goodness. What's going on there? It sounds like a concert or
Nothing's
something.
going on. The building is mostly empty, but there's music being played over the sound system.
Okay. The talk of last night was not the game, which how remarkable and extraordinary it was, and you and I didn't get a chance to talk about it because you have to change into your windsuit to get home. But the major topic globally was the Buckner Boogie. The video that I believe Tyrese Halliburton took of our partner Quinn Buckner dancing like he's auditioning for Dancing with the Stars. Did you see it? And what kind of grade do you get?
I put two and two together when Pat Bowlen told me about it today. This is what happened. So we're on the plane, and Quinn sits 2 seats behind me. And so I think Jeremiah was back there, and they were. It was clear they were. I was, starting my work for this game, and could hear them talking and laughing, but I didn't know what they were talking and laughing about. And Quinn was suggesting no one should look at it. But I'm sure that's what they were looking at because they were laughing and making fun of Quinn. And I didn't know that's what they were looking at, so I never saw it. But when Pat told me about it, I put it together, and yes, that's what they. Hey, wait a second here. Now Eddie has sent me this, so I'm going to take a look at it as we talk.
Well, it's a meme now. It's a meme. I mean, you're gonna see it when if we had won tonight, if Buddy had healed and hit that three, I guarantee you that would have been all over. People would have put that out there and said, "Hey, and I'm calling it the Buckner Boogie. I'm taking dibs on that one." And maybe it's a T-shirt we could sell in the gift shop.
If I might pull an Eddie here and date myself, he's not exactly Fred Astaire, is he?
No, but he's moving. I mean,
yes, and he's clearly enjoying himself.
Right.
And multitasking. As he dances, he is inhaling a sandwich.
Yes, he's eating and dancing at the same time.
Which I find rather impressive.
And the good thing is he's moving his feet. I mean, so many times I like to dance myself, and I think I'm a fairly good dancer. But you go to a wedding or something like that, and some of these guys get out there, and their feet never move. They just move like from the hip up.
They kind of sway.
Yes, that's not dancing. You got to move the feet. And I'm Gene Kelly-esque, to be honest with you, or Fred Astaire. But you got to move the feet. And Quinn had the feet going, and he had the head going, and the arms going. All the while,
It's hard to.
He didn't drop the sandwich. He didn't drop the sandwich at all.
No, he didn't. And I'm watching this, and I'm having a hard time ascertaining whether he's enjoying the dancing more or the sandwich more. I think it might be the sandwich.
I don't know, but
either way, it's outstanding.
It is great, and it's real. It's authentic. Hey, speaking of real and authentic, did you see who did the revved up tonight in the car?
I didn't. I did not. Who?
Our buddy, a guy that you had cigars with on our Thursday night extravaganzas, former Yankee, former Dodger, Corey Wade. In the baseball, he was at the game night, brought his son to the ball game, and so it was a couple good baseball guys in the house. But Corey is probably listening. Corey didn't bring us good luck, so that's it.
So he's banned.
He's banned.
He's not allowed back in the building.
No more revved up for you, partner. What's your big plans for a turkey day tomorrow?
I'm a low-profile guy on holidays. I don't do much.
Yeah.
I've been invited to some friends' house, and I'll go over there and take advantage of the free grub. And entertain them with my charming personality. Hang out for a bit, yeah.
All right. Well, listen, happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend, and I'll see you on Friday.
Friday, Pistons are in, and we'll see Jaden Ivey. Don't forget that.
Yes, and it's an in-season tournament game.
Yes, it is.
You know we're going to win.
And now, I'm going to tell you something before we leave here about this. I talked about this before, but I want to say it again so I can give you a little preamble to what I'm going to say. I want the Pacers to win. I hope people listening to our broadcast can feel that. But my passion is really for the broadcast. And I want the players and coaches to do well because I like them. I want the team to win because I want the franchise to do well. But my passion isn't with Pacers wins and losses. It's with the broadcast. And the reason I mention that is because you will never, ever hear me say us or we. You know that. Okay. Friday, the Pistons are in here. If the Pacers don't win that game, based on the way things play out, there's a chance we might go on an 18-day road trip starting next week, and I do not want that. So you may hear me for the first time use us and we as I fervently root for the Pacers to take out the Pistons Friday night.
Now, you just let it slip there. You said we will go on an 18-day road trip, so you are saying we.
I use we in context. When I'm speaking of the group traveling and that, then it's we. But the result on the floor is never we or us, at least not on our broadcast. Except for Slick. We let Slick do it because Slick is the Pacers, and he is us and we.
How many suits would you take on an 18-day road trip?
I don't know how many games it is. It would be 2 in Miami, and then the knockout game, and then let's say you got to the championship game. So that's 2 plus 3, that's 5, and the road trip after that is be a 9-game trip. So you know how many suits I'd bring. I don't know if he's listening, but if I may throw this out.
Yeah.
I've never had a 9-game road trip or an 18-day trip. I only have 2 suitcases, one very large, one very small, for the short 1-game trips. Steve Simon, if you're listening, you will need to buy me another suitcase if we go on an 18-day road trip.
And what do you do with your cat? Your cat will be dead when you come home.
No, I know my cat. I have a lady that comes when we go on the road and takes care of the cat. Yes.
Okay, one thing here. This is why, and I had a couple people today before the game. They come up and they said they just enjoy when you and I talk. Yeah. And I said, thank you so much. I think the reason you and I hit it off is we're so different because you just said you are more concerned with the broadcast.
Well, that's my job, is it not?
Yeah, and you don't want to say we, and, the game is the game, right? You want the Pacers to win.
I want the Pacers to win, but yes, you're generally correct.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I'm the opposite. I couldn't care less about how this works. I just want us to win. And then I can come on and be hyperbolic and lose my mind. But, I want us to win every game. Speaking of win, and we got to mention, did you hear what happened? This was a doubleheader today, at Gamebridge. You know that, right?
Yeah, I heard that Mr. Sheboy pulled down another 700 rebounds.
Listen to this. The Mad Ants won 117-107. So people are driving home, and they may not know this. First of all, the Mad Ants are playing at Gamebridge, so you got to come down and see these guys. Listen to what this Oscar Sheboy, out of Kentucky, has done. Today, he broke the single-game rebound record for the Mad Ants with 28. The previous record was 24. He broke the franchise single-game defensive rebound record with 20. The previous record was Alize Johnson with 17. There have been 9 20-20. Listen to this one. There have been 9 20-20 games in Mad Ants history. Oscar has 3 of them in his last 4 games. The only 4 games he's played.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. The guy is
and the guy's not that big.
No, but he has great touch. He has good basketball sense.
Well, you mentioned Alize Johnson.
Yes.
Alize Johnson wasn't that big either. And neither was, the name escapes me, the guy that was here, and he went to the Bulls. He was here like 2 years. I can't remember his name, and that's a little bit embarrassing. I'll think of it here as we go.
He's also the third
player.
That's it. Yeah. He's also the third player in franchise history with double-doubles in his first 4 games with the team, joining Vernon Macklin and Goga Batadze.
Yeah. That's really quite impressive. Somebody told me, and do you know if this is true? He had 10 rebounds in the first quarter?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's unbelievable. He played for Coach Cal, so he can play basketball. So.
When I was, I don't follow the college game, as you know, and so a lot of the players that are coming into the league are unfamiliar to me. And so I go through the process of putting notes together on each player in case he gets drafted. And I'm putting my notes together on this kid, and I see, I thought it was a typo. It said he averaged like 13.7 rebounds a game in college.
Yeah, he was the player.
I'm thinking, no way. So I went. The league sends out all these bios, and so there's lots of information. And that's a typo, I thought. So I went online and and looked at the Kentucky basketball webpage, and there was 13.7 rebounds a game. That's in a 40-minute game, Eddie White.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, brother. Have a good Thanksgiving.
All right, we'll talk Friday.
All right.
Eddie White, Pacers overtime next. Please stay for that. We're back on Friday. It's a big deal these Fridays after Thanksgiving. You heard us talking about all the stuff that goes on downtown. That's why we start at 8, so you can come downtown. You can enjoy yourselves with a lot of the holiday stuff that's going on, and then come to the game, the Pistons and the Pacers. If the Pacers win, they will finish the in-season tournament portion of the schedule at 4-0 and would theoretically stand a good chance to get a home court in that knockout round. Even if they lose, they are in the knockout round. Opponent yet to be determined. So we start at 8. Pat has the Kroger pregame show at 7:30. Tonight, the Pacers fall to the Raptors. Indiana now 8-6 on the season. For all who contributed to our broadcast tonight, including our studio producer, Eddie Garrison, our on-site engineers, Scott Fenstermaker, Pat Boylan, and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Thank you. It's been a pleasure and a privilege, and we're back at it on Friday. Pat has the Kroger pregame show at 7:30. The ball goes up at 8 o'clock. Tonight's final score, before an announced crowd of 17,091 at the world's greatest basketball arena, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Downtown Indianapolis, Indiana, was the Toronto Raptors.
Pacers post game presented by Connecticut Water Systems. It's time for the world's greatest post-game show. The Pacers Overtime Show.
Pirtle shot inside front of the rim, blocked by Turner. He had 4 block shots in last night's game, a season high, as the Pacers won in Atlanta. And now Halliburton moving to his left, strokes a 3. Toronto will take the first time out of the night. The Pacers with a 10-2 jump. Flynn, top of the circle, down the left side, tried to feed it into traffic. Not a good decision. It's stolen by Hield. He shovels to Brown, out to Toppin. Cross-court pass to the left edge. It's Hield's ball. Winds up with McConnell. They move the ball beautifully. And Hield from the right side hit a 3. That was a clinic.
Absolutely. Put that one, save that, clip it, and send it around the country, because that was beautiful basketball.
Halftime downtown, it's the Toronto Raptors 68, the Indiana Pacers 65. Rebound on one hop, controlled by Halliburton. Indiana looks to regain the lead. We are in the first minute of the third quarter. Halliburton, center of the floor, picks up the bounce, perimeter left to Hield, back to Halliburton. Long one off the bounce, perfect from about 35 feet out.
My goodness, just a step inside the logo.
Pacers have T.J. McConnell on the floor for the first time third quarter, playing with Toppin. McConnell right sideline, left-hand bounce, got to the dotted half, and now feeds it outside for a catch and shoot, and Turner delivers a 3.
Great relocation by Turner to that three-point line and knocks it down.
87-82. 24 seconds left in the third, about 6 seconds separate game and shot clocks. Halliburton finds Wara wide open left side, air ball. Halliburton caught it under the hoop and laid it in.
Wow. What an unintentional pass there by Wara. Halliburton catches and finishes.
20 points, 14 assists. Pacers have the ball near side, full shot clock. They do advance. Flynn will challenge the inbound from Brown, although not aggressively, and Halliburton has it. Looking for the quick 2. He got to the right wing. He leans in. He fires and scores.
Like it. Something quick. He's able to get Anunoby off balance and knocks it in.
Pacers will have it. 1 point, 7 seconds left. Halliburton, side high, dead on 3, and a banker won't go. He'll let it go, and it slammed off the glass, hit the rim, and fell away. Toronto wins it by 1. Oh, the Raptors beat the Pacers. Tonight's final score, the Toronto Raptors 132.
The kids that went away to college were back, and saw a lot of familiar faces. I love it. Mark Miles, runs the track, was there. Love Mark Miles. He used to run the tennis deal back in the day. Got me tickets to U.S. Open back 25, 30 years ago out in New York. Great crowd, great energy, and, good ball game. I mean, the one thing now, for the last 2 years, the Pacers have provided incredible entertainment. When you come to that arena and you walk into Gamebridge, first of all, the place is immaculate, right? It's a phenomenal place. Great. There isn't a bad seat anywhere. The food is incredible. The food options are, you can't find it anywhere, okay? And then the entertainment, the game itself, is unbelievable. And Pacers had a chance. Pacers had a chance when, what's-his-face, Trent missed those 2 free throws with 8 seconds left. 8.2, I don't know. I don't know if that's the shot we wanted. But Buddy was on fire. He's been on fire these last 2 games. His shooting percentage is through the roof since he's been starting. And, he had first time over 30 points this year tonight with 31. But the Pacers lose. This is, of course, Pacers Overtime, world's greatest postgame show. Pacers lose 132-131 to Toronto, our neighbors from the north. Next ball game for the Pacers. You don't have to wait too long. You eat turkey tomorrow. Spend time with the family. And then Friday night, Detroit is here at 8 p.m. Note the start, 8 p.m., the traditional time on Friday after Thanksgiving, because of the they got the stream of lights hanging down, right? Boom, somebody pull the switch, and boom, they're rocking and rolling. That's going to be lit up. And aren't they started earlier this year? I remember reading somewhere they're starting it early. It does get dark at like 4 o'clock, but they're starting early. So come down, see that, go over, make a little ice skating in over at Bicentennial Unity Plaza, and then matriculate your way into the building. And there are a handful of tickets left. I'll tell you, we had 17,091 in the house tonight. A great crowd. Thank you, fans. So go to Pacers.com/tickets and come on down and see the Pacers take on Detroit. It's the last of our IST games. And that's not the IST department that checks my computer when the Ruskies or China tries to get me. No, that's the in-season tournament extravaganza. And the last ball game for the Pacers, who are 3-0 and have captured their pool, is Friday in that game against Detroit at 8 o'clock. And then the Pacers usually take off on that next day, Saturday, and go on a wild road trip. But they're not this year because Monday we're home with Portland. Trailblazers make their only visit to Central Indiana this season, and that's a 7 o'clock start. And then the Pacers take off late next week. They have now this would be a nice trip to go on, Mr. Garrison. Thursday and Saturday, 7:30 game, Saturday 8 o'clock game at Miami. See, I should go on the road and do because if I go back to Miami, that's my own stomping grounds. I mean, I know Miami. I know Miami like I know Beach Grove. I mean, it's my own stomping grounds. I know Miami Gardens. I know Miami Lakes, Hialeah, Miami Beach, Kendall. I mean, Davie. I mean, I know South. It's South Florida. It's my own stomping grounds. So with the Dolphins. But that'd be a nice trip for the blue and gold. Go down there and play Miami twice. So it's, again, Friday, 8 o'clock. Detroit is here. Monday, Portland is here. And then late next week, 2 games in Miami. Pacers now 8-6. Toronto is 7-8. Before we go to the break, we like to, as we do, that's why it's the world's greatest postgame show, we give you scores that you're interested in because you follow the locals. Men's basketball. Don't look now. But Purdue is really, really, really good again, men's basketball. They have been. And they have in the last 11 days, the last couple of days, they've beaten 3 teams ranked in the top 11. Today they beat Marquette, which is ranked 4th in the country. Purdue's ranked 2. They will be 1 this week with Kansas losing. Purdue beats Marquette 78-75. And Purdue just has to don't play a team from New Jersey. Just don't play a team from New Jersey, and Purdue's going to be fine.